Happy New Year, Paddock Ultras. Sam Spanner here from the United Forever podcast, and this is my score prediction versus the Wandering Wolves. I reckon we'll win by 1 goal. Spider Wan-Bissaka doing one of his miscued crosses from the wing, finding the head of the goat that will save the day. And apart from that, I think that it's important to mention that we've been members for 1 year now, official members of the Paddock community, and we've done a special podcast highlighting our favourite and funniest memories of 2021. So we'll be honoured if you guys checked it out. Alright, thanks so much, and Viva El Paddock!
Here, my Paddock matchday predictions. Manchester United host Wolves at Old Trafford. So far during this festive period, we've had a COVID outbreak, but since then we have played Newcastle and it was frustrating, got a draw out of it, but also a very good result against Burnley. We're up against a Wolves team who have been sort of quite a bogey team. We have struggled a lot against them in recent years, but we can't afford to drop more points. We need to keep this run going before this FA Cup tie against Villa next week. My score prediction for the game, I'm going to go for 3-1 Manchester United. Make sure you like, share and subscribe to Stretford Paddock. And as always, come on United.
Narleen here to give you my prediction for the Man United versus Wolves game. And coming off a decent win against Burnley, I still have heaps of questions about this team. But in terms of the lineup, I think Champions League Varane will make his way back in. And Luke Shaw, we saw a glimpse of the vintage Shaw with some good runs and crosses being made. So hopefully that continues. And up front, Eddie Cavani and of course Ronnie. Now in midfield, I don't think it matters who you put there. We're going to be losing that battle. I know Scotty had a good performance, but last time we went up against the Wolves, Fred got manhandled by Traore. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're losing possession and getting hit on the counter. It's just about whether Wolves have the quality to get that end product. But look, it is a new year and the race for top 4 is on. So I think we can continue this unbeaten run with Ralph. So I'll predict a 2-1 win for United.
So back again for another prediction against Wolves. Tough game. So I'm going for a 2-1 change up the red and up the Paddock.
Back with another pre-match prediction, and today it's the Wolves game. I'm trying to remember if I got the last prediction right. I feel like I did. I feel like I'm usually quite good with predictions, and I'm going to go for a similar tight affair today. I'm going to go for a 2-1 United win. Obviously, Wolves don't really concede many goals. Got a really good defensive record. I think they've got the second best in the league. It's going to be a tough one, but I think we've got enough attacking talent to maybe squeeze 2 goals, but I'm not confident on us keeping a clean sheet. So I'm going to go for 2-1.
Okay, so Manchester United versus Wolverhampton Wanderers, and this is probably the most boring game of the Premier League season. It's just shit, isn't it? Like, I swear every game's a 1-1 or 1-0. Either way, it feels like we've been on the receiving end of a loss from Wolves fairly often in recent memory, at least more than we should be. And with Phil Jones rumoured to be starting because of Harry Maguire's injury, doesn't exactly fill you with confidence, does it? So, no, I think Adama Traore is probably going to have a field day. I wouldn't be surprised if a new meme comes out, if he creates a new meme out of Phil Jones. But I think hopefully the lads have been receptive in training and we've begun to understand Ranić's system a bit better and can implement it a bit better against Wolves. So again, I'll stick true to form as United and Wolves have done. I think it'll be probably quite a low scoring game. I'll go 1-0 Manchester United.
Paddock Match Day, Notch here. This is it, folks. This is the game where we finally reveal the truth. If Phil Jones does not start this game, then why is he here? Are we really going to favour McTominay or Matic or hell, even Donny van der Beek to partner Varane? We are a squad player down in every single game. He's going to put Jadon Sancho in there, isn't he? He played in Germany. Wolves have a terrible goals record, yet I can still see Adama Traore inflict so much damage in this. So let's attack. Let's press them. Let's harass them so the likes of Bruno can have it large against Bruno Large. I'm going to say a petrifying 1-0 and the one and only El Vivador to score the 11,486th goal of his career. Just 2 behind Pele now. Just a notch there.
Hello, welcome to Stretford, Paddock. This is the Watchalong from Manchester United versus Wolves. Cam behind the camera just ended the predictions there by saying, I hope you all die to us. That's good, isn't it? Alex, how are you?
Hoping I
Happy
don't
New
die.
Year.
Happy New Year, Joe.
Jordan, how are you?
I'm very good. Happy New Year, Joe.
Happy New Year. He said it's like a more extreme version of break a leg.
Right. Yeah.
Hope you die. Do you know when they say break a leg?
Yeah.
Go on then.
Break a leg.
Sorry, did you think I asked, can you repeat the words break a leg?
That's what you said.
No, I said, do you know why they say it?
I don't know. Go on, Joe. Tell me
Because
why.
saying good luck, it would like jinx you. So they
Right.
say that something that would be bad, obviously if you're going out on stage or whatever, break a leg would be a bad thing to do. So if they jinx that, then you won't break your leg. See the point
So
here?
Cam's actually being nice to us there, isn't it?
No.
Yeah, but basically
not in the slightest.
Hoping we don't die. The team should be out in 2.5 minutes, by the way.
2.5 minutes.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Precise, Joe.
It's 27:37.
He's right.
So Man United are playing Wolves. Alex, before what are you doing? Set a timer?
No, there was a timer going on for some reason. It was
Set
32 hours it was going on for. I had to turn it off.
Did you have a good New Year's then, Alex?
Yeah, it was all right. Did absolutely nothing.
What did you do?
I watched a bit of stand-up comedy on the telly.
What comedian?
I watched the live stream of Hot Water Comedy Club in Liverpool. Really
Lovely.
good.
Ah,
I
okay.
decided not to go out for New Year's.
Stayed
and
in.
then I watched a film. And that
Did you?
film was Harry Potter.
Oh, great. which one, though? The reunion one?
No,
Or
no,
one
no.
of them?
Actually, Harry Potter, the second film.
Chamber of Secrets?
Yeah. I was just going through them, so.
This is a lot sadder than I thought when I asked. Jordan, save it, mate. Tell us you went to a
I went
nightclub
to
or
a house
something.
party and then went to the pub.
Yes, man. What was the house party like?
It was all right. We
Fucking knacker by the time you finish with it, pal. No, but really, what was it like?
all right. We had a couple of drinks, a couple of chats and stuff.
Couple
A
of
game
chats.
FIFA.
Couple of
You know,
chats.
so
So boring. You. How old are you?
A couple of games of FIFA now and then. It was good. Nice all do.
It's not a party. That's a sleepover. Play FIFA in our jammers.
Well,
It sounds
they
like a
do
good
that, do
night.
that.
I don't know. You
What did you
play
do,
FIFA.
Joe?
Yeah, what did you do?
I stayed in and then.
Oh,
went out.
and he's
I went
giving
out.
it
I went out
large.
at like 1:30.
Is that a good? I can't tell that's a good move.
No, I drank 4 pints in about 40 minutes because I hadn't had anything to drink yet.
Right.
Stayed in, watched the Hootenanny by myself. I won't say I got emotional, but certainly didn't feel great at midnight. Then I got a text saying, "What are you up to?" I said, "Nothing. Desperate to leave the flat," so I left the flat. It was good.
You have to pay the normal New Year's rate at 1:30 in the morning
No.
to get into places. You get in
Free.
That's good.
Going
That's
for
good.
free. I only go in
See,
places
that might
get
be the
for
way
free.
forward
Yeah.
because I hate going out on New Year's because it's spending 20 quid for
The
a
same
crap
night.
night out.
Same night.
I don't go to places where you have to pay to get in.
Good,
Do you know
that's
what I
a
mean?
good motto for life.
Yeah, I'm not really
He
a
queues up
nightclub
and
kind
goes,
of guy.
Is it? No.
this geezer.
Do you know
straight
who I
in.
am?
Can we just keep an eye on Jordan's mic because he's further away from everyone than everyone else because he's sat in the middle. No fault of you. Just people saying in the comments you're a bit quieter. That's all. Right, the team news should be out in 20 seconds. T minus. Hey, has anyone seen that new film that Don't Look Up? Yeah. What do you think of it?
Everyone on camera has. We've not.
So it was good.
Who's in it? Who's in it?
DiCaprio,
Oh, the
Jennifer
Netflix
Lawrence.
one. Ah.
Is it
Jonah Hill.
worth watching, Joe?
I wouldn't say so. No.
Okay, all right.
Sorry. It just felt a
I
bit
won't
too
then.
on the nose.
Ah, right. Okay.
Commentary on like trusting the scientists about COVID. It was all right,
Oh,
but it
right,
was just a
okay.
bit like we get it. I trust scientists. Anyway, team news should be out, and there's a rumor that Phil Jones is in the team. I'm so excited. Could it be? Could it be?
Can't be. Phil Jones
Let's find
cannot
out.
be in the team.
He might be.
He's
He's a
not.
human footballer, Alex.
He's a
Something I would
human
never say
footballer.
about
He
you.
has feelings.
He's got feelings. Here we go. He's there! He's there! Right, De Gea. Right, calm down. Everyone calm down. De Gea. Classic. Yeah?
Oh, dear.
You're not going to fight me over that, are you?
Oh,
Aaron
dear.
Wan-Bissaka. Varane. Phil Jones, right? Actually, know what we do? Everyone stay calm. This is like the Michael Scott gif, isn't it? Stay calm, stay fucking
Phil
calm!
Jones.
Then you've got Luke Shaw on the left, then it's Matic and McTominay. The two trees at the centre of the pitch, but, you know, sometimes
well,
trees are
didn't
good.
Yep.
Then we've got Greenwood, Sancho, Ronaldo and Cavani. That front six remains unchanged. The back four remains unchanged except for one crucial difference. I believe it's the first start for Phil Jones for Manchester United in around 2 years. I'm sure we'll see all the stats of exactly when the last time he started for Man United
Philip
was.
Anthony Jones.
But you know what? Good on him. He stuck about. There's been injuries. 708 days since his last appearance for Man United, just shy of the 2 year mark.
Was that the Sheffield United game when he had the absolute clanger?
Yeah. Him and Brandon Williams on the left-hand side struggled,
Captain
didn't
Ronaldo.
we? Captain Ronaldo. Of course, obviously no Maguire. The substitutes: Henderson, Telles, Dalot, Fred, Lingard, Van der Beek, Fernandes back in the squad, Elanga and Rashford. Rashford staying on the bench. Let's go through that team then. Let's start with the obvious. Phil Jones. Any words for Phil Jones, Alex?
Good luck, mate.
Really?
You've not played in 7 or 8 days at this level. Wolves aren't that
At any
bad.
level?
He played in the 23s twice.
Twice, good lad.
So, I don't know. Have you seen all the stuff that this was what Fergie saw as his in 2011? These were the 2 players he wanted to sign. He wanted to sign Phil Jones, which he got, and he wanted to sign Varane. This was who he wanted as his centre-half pairing.
So before anyone on Twitter,
point.
before anyone watching this watch goes, Phil Jones and Varane, you're arguing with Sir Alex Ferguson here.
10 years ago, this is what he wanted. Now, we've got it.
Same thing.
Dreams have come true.
Both in the
People.
peak of their footballing
It's
abilities.
madness. Our number 4, Phil Jones.
Yeah.
It's scary. Scary that he's in the team.
People talk about match fitness. Would you say 708 days out of the, game? How fit can he possibly be? Because looking on the bench, we don't have a single other centre-back on that bench. We haven't drafted anyone through from the... it is literally just Jones and maybe, if we have to, Matic. But there's no way he can be sharp and match fit, is there?
No, there's not a chance. And I'm actually surprised that we've not seen someone like Teddy Mengi on the bench.
Yeah, me too.
As just a natural centre-half in case... Because you can see there's no centre-half on the bench. If one of those gets injured, and they're both not exactly known for having a brilliant injury record... If one of them gets injured, Matic drops out, and then we see Fred or Fernandes come in. But I would have had Mengi on the bench, just in case. He's a fantastic centre-half, and he's a natural centre-half.
Yeah.
But between Mengi and Jones, you're probably going to play Phil Jones. I know he's only had 2 games in, 708 days, he's 323. His fitness is probably going to be rubbish, but fair play to the fella for keeping himself fit.
Yeah, but the only... the weird thing for me is that I don't know why Phil Jones didn't feature in the Young Boys game, where it seemed like everyone got a chance. Like he just horseshoed everyone in. He got Van der Beek and Mata into midfield, which was just we want these people on the pitch.
Do you know why that is?
Phil Jones didn't play.
Well, that's because he didn't ever want to have to play Phil Jones. This is obviously worst case scenario, isn't it?
Yeah, but if he'd never ever wanted to play Phil Jones, then he just played Matic in there tonight and played Freddie McTominay, surely.
That's true. That's a good point.
If he was going to play, because he played Matic at centre half, if that was the plan, I don't quite get that, why he didn't play before. This is where it's such a big turnaround. Whether he's trained and been amazing, which there are some rumours that he's trained well, that's why he's forced his way back into the team.
Yeah.
But it just seems strange that he didn't get that, even because Mengi came on for 25 minutes and played at left back. It's strange that he didn't come on in that game and play instead of Matic or whatever. Just say, look, you're in. There you go. Prove it for a little bit.
Yeah.
To throw him in. I hate to say must win, but every game for Man United at this moment is a must win game. Considering Arsenal dropped points this weekend. I'd say now Chelsea, the run they've been on, we've got to keep an eye on them in terms of we could catch them and might get dragged into the top 4 race more than they are going to be.
We'll go through the league in a few minutes, but you're right.
It's a must-win game, and to bring Phil Jones in, is absolutely madness.
It is a little bit madness, isn't it? We've got a super chat from J.E. Frascioni saying, every Man United fan should be pulling for Phil Jones today. Give the man credit for hanging in there through endless ridicule. I'm delighted for him. Yeah, I'm delighted for him, but you have to separate your personal feelings for him and your professional... or not professional, but, as a viewer of a football team objectively, it isn't an ideal person to be bringing in, regardless of who he was. Let's say it was, Nemanja Vidic, 708 days out, it's going to be a tough one. You would hope to be able to play 30 minutes here in a game we've already won, 20 minutes there, 5 minutes here to bring, starting a game when you haven't played any football in 700 days, even if he was a world-class centre-back, it's a fucking big ask.
Paul Scholes had less time off when he came back.
When he retired.
When he retired.
Exactly.
And he was 36, and he came back into the team and looked shaky as anything for half an hour in a cup game that we were 3-0 up in.
That's what I'm saying.
So to throw Phil Jones, who's not had 708 days, anyone's saying, of course I'm going to support Phil Jones. I don't want him to have a clanger tonight and never play football again. I want him to come back and play. I don't see him being what he was like in 2011 and being amazing and all this kind of stuff. It's just a case of I hope he can get through it without dropping a clanger, because I think it was probably more than just as much as it's been physical and actually technical, not good enough maybe. It's been a mental thing of he's made mistakes and been absolutely battered for it.
Yeah.
The official Twitter. Remember the Twitter thing tagging someone in.
See,
and
I
things
would
like
honestly
that.
say Phil Jones is given more stick than he is a bad player.
Yeah, absolutely.
By miles. He's not a bad player. He absolutely isn't a bad player. He's a Premier League quality player. He has got a clanger.
And to be honest, I can see
centre-backs out.
I can see similarities at the minute. He's not at the same level, and it's a different thing because he was signed for so much more money. But the way that Harry Maguire's been ridiculed the last few weeks, and how bad he is a very, very good footballer, and for a lot of the last few games has been okay. He just has the shaky moments at the minute that obviously is a confidence. That's obviously a confidence thing, and it feels like that was the same with Phil Jones, who obviously didn't deal with it very well.
No,
and I'm worried that maybe that's kind of
and then you have
where Maguire's kind of going with it, where he's kind of it's more of a, oh my God, every time I make a mistake, I'm a meme on Twitter, be called a fridge, overrated, all these different things. And it's wrong when you look at it and go, he's made a couple of mistakes. He's had not a great season so far. He's made a couple of mistakes himself, in terms of, the celebration for England and all that. But you can't go down that. You have to be able to deal with it. You have to react differently to it. And I'm hoping Phil Jones has a great game tonight.
Yeah, of course.
But he's a Premier League quality centre-half. He gets into, I think, a third of the Premier League teams straight away.
If he was fit,
he goes straight in. And I think if there's obviously going to be mass panic that he started centre half, but I think we just need to relax a little bit because yes, he's had all this time out. Yes, he's not going to be up to speed. He's probably going to be 2 or 3 yards behind the play. But you've got a Varane who's had 2 appearances under his belt now. He looks like he'll be back, hopefully, into some sort of form that we want from him.
Yeah.
He's got no one better beside him for his first game in however long it's been to sort of usher him through the experience that Varane's got. So I think we just need to calm down a little bit. Don't worry about him that much.
And you've got Matic as well that can drop in and help out as well.
Yeah, especially when we're in possession. So hopefully on those counter-attacks we won't get turned over. Abhishek says, we could have gone for a back 3. I hope Phil Jones does well, but I'm nervous regardless. Yeah, I think it's one of them, innit? It's like, again, take the sort of Phil Jones sort of, the history of him as a meme, as a joke, all this stuff. A player who hasn't played for 2 years, it's a tricky thing to come back, especially against a team who, we'll go through Wolves' team in a minute. I'm assuming Traore's playing. We saw what he did to Fred and McTominay, or certainly Fred, in the last game in August, and that's a player who's played 50 games in the last 12 months. Let alone someone who isn't particularly quick at the best of times and hasn't played in 2 years. So Traore's on the bench apparently, so that obviously changes things. But you know what I mean? They've got dangerous players, and it's going to be tough.
Are you surprised a little bit that Fernandes hasn't been brought back in straight away?
I'm surprised a little bit.
He was the play any game he was fit, whatever, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and rightly so. You've seen all the stats of how many times he created, the amount of chances created, goals, scores, contribution, all that kind of stuff. He's had obviously the break because he got suspended, but you would never see him being dropped out of a team.
No, well, same with Rashford. They were both the undroppables, weren't they? The mainstays. They play every time they're fit, and that's not the case anymore.
However, I think you could see that coming with Rashford, that someone else might not fancy him as much. But I think Fernandes, I didn't see any manager coming in and going, I don't fancy the lad that scores 40 goals, that has 40 goal contributions a season. No. I'm not going to play him when he's fit. It just seems...
You can't lie though, Al, can you? He's been poor He's been poor the past few games, and maybe that suspension was like almost the start of him having that time off and sort of letting someone else take his spot. We saw against Burnley, the midfield was, I think, completely different. Than what it was against Newcastle, and Fernandes was in that team.
Just a second to sort of reiterate that point. This is Rangnick in the programme today, so 2 matches ago was the Newcastle game, still talking about it in the programme. It was obviously a big thing for him that game. He said, we did well to avoid defeat. It was a valuable experience for everybody because it showed just how important it is to be energetic and physical in our approach. Now that's 2 games ago. It was obviously, like we all saw it as fans, that was a big game because it was surprising how bad we were, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that's clearly something that's still playing on his mind. And like you said, we did see a reaction in the next game, the Burnley game. I know it wasn't great, we weren't brilliant, but you saw like McTominay pushing people to the ground, running past people. It was a much more physical performance. And I think that game has clearly affected him. So the likes of Rashford and Bruno, who were there, haven't managed to get back in the team, and maybe it is no surprise.
See, that's the thing. I got quite a lot of stick during my review after the Burnley game for saying it was a completely different performance. But if you compare the two, especially in the first half against Burnley, we were a completely different team.
Yeah.
And you can only beat what's in front of you. I'm talking, the full-backs were swapped, and we weren't really expecting a lot of Aaron Wan-Bissaka because he's been out of form so much, but he was defensively sound throughout the entirety of the game. Luke Shaw looked like the Luke Shaw from last season in parts, how he was driving through. We saw it. We thought his goal went in when we were behind the goal. The midfield were winning second balls. They weren't half a yard behind. Scott McTominay was playing like a man possessed, and then we hope for similar today because he's got a big task on his hand marking Ruben Neves if he's in that team, which I'm assuming that he is.
Yeah,
we'll see the Wolves team in a sec. But I thought it was, especially in the first half, a completely different performance, and it was warranted, and it slowed down in the second half with no goals. But
the game was won by them, though, wasn't it?
We beat them mentally and on the scoreline by half time. So I think just need to calm down
a
little bit.
Yeah, just relax a bit.
Surprise is Wan-Bissaka getting another game.
Yeah.
I thought that Delo showed enough just in the glimpse of him coming on that he's got that a little bit extra quality. I think Wan-Bissaka, that pass at the end of the game really, was just
the left-footed one that went
the left-footed one that just went out for a corner. With 4 minutes to go, they score from that. It makes it a nervy
and they
finish.
won the header at the back post.
They nearly scored.
They could have scored that.
Yeah. That's an odd thing. Now the only thing maybe is that I think that both Shaw and Wan-Bissaka are probably better sitting in than both Tellez and Delo. And when you've got Phil Jones, who obviously hasn't played as much, maybe a bit more protection around him.
Yeah, I think the defensive side of things makes more sense because Dallo, I know Traore is on the bench, and I'll go through that Wolves team now and come back to that point. But here is the Wolves 11. They've got Jose Sarr, Nelson Semedo, Max Emilian Kilman, Connor Cody, captain obviously, Roman Saiz. Simon says. Then they've got Martial, they've got Ruben Neves, João Moutinho, Francisco Trincao, Raul Jimenez, and Daniel Podence as well. Looking at the sort of front line there, they have got a bit more about them than Burnley. No offence to Burnley, but we might need more of a sort of defensive set of players back there. And I think, like you said, Wan-Bissaka, I know he's not playing directly alongside Phil Jones, but a bit more of defensive assurity, I think, is probably going to be the right thing to do. Like someone mentioned before about playing potentially three at the back. We're not doing that, but we're playing the more defensive full-backs, sorry.
Yeah, it might sit maybe more a bit like three at the back. You might see Matic drop in a little bit and kind of go in the middle like he did didn't do as much against Burnley. But you're right. I mean, they're always relatively direct with Raul Jimenez in there, so it's going to be a lot of headers and stuff. So you're going to need the likes of Matic and McTominay, doing the job that they do against Burnley as well.
Yeah. We've got a super chat from Frut55. Interesting. Perhaps Rangnick liked Matic and McTominay in midfield and wanted to avoid breaking them apart. Therefore, Jones gets his chance. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it was a case of I want to keep Matic in the centre rather than I don't want Matic at centre back. If that makes sense, which is what he's saying there.
And he had a cracking game.
Yeah, he was decent. I think he, whilst not having the best game himself, I think he brought the best out of McTominay.
I think he was just calm on the ball.
Yeah,
that's what it was. We don't have in anyone else in there.
Certainly not Fred.
There's the question about Van der Beek and whether he can do it, but it's not the same kind of player. Just that calmness on the ball of just being able to shift it and just play a simple pass. Matic is the best in the squad at doing that. I think everyone's kind of agreed for a while now. If you had a 6-7 year younger Matic, he'd play every week kind of thing because he is that good. It's just whether he can keep doing this and whether this is maybe the last game before maybe he has a bit of a break now because 2 games in 3 or 4 days is going to be a lot.
Yeah, it is. Cass W says that they've triple captained Jones. Good on you. It's a risk, but you know what? It's a bold risk and it's going to pay off. He's going to get 2 goals today.
I love that.
I've got Delo in my team.
I love that.
James Kelland has upgraded his membership to the first team. Thank you very much for becoming a member. Now, we're near the end of our 12 days of Paddock giveaway, but this is where the big boys are coming out. For anyone who doesn't know, we are giving away 12 gifts for the 12 days of Christmas exclusively to our members. We'll be able to get the link in the comments. So if you want to join, you want to be in with a chance of winning all of these things, or the PlayStation 5, the Old Trafford tour, the Manscaped Perfect package, all still to be given away, click the link in the comments. It'll be there in just a second, or click the join button under the video. Become a member and you'll be entered for all of those prizes. We're randomly picking a member and they win the prizes. Again, we've still got the
PS5.
PlayStation 5. We've got a PlayStation 5.
PS5.
You want to be with a chance to win a PlayStation 5? Click the join button. Let me leave you a secret here. You don't have to be a member for a month. Just do one and then go.
You won't go because it's amazing.
You don't need to
All
go
the
because you get
stuff-
extra
you get is
videos,
unreal.
extra content, you get a discount on merch, you get all sorts of stuff. We've also got something exclusive for members coming up very shortly as well, haven't we? Launching after the 12 days of Paddock, we will have an exclusive members only. Can I say?
Yeah, go on. Let's
members
do it.
only chat.
Yeah, so
where we can get in there with you, chat about the game, about football generally. Let's say yesterday Chelsea are playing Liverpool. We'll get in, we'll have a chat, we'll go through it all with you. Just a good place for everyone to come
It's going to
together.
be members. It's essentially a members only group that's going to have all the presenters in there. It'll have all you guys. You'll be able to chat back and forth and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Post videos in there. Post little things like that. We're going to have it launching.
Yeah.
So straight after this is kind of finished. So that'll be the 7th or 8th of Jan. Get all that sorted. So that is ready to go.
Yes.
So once it's this little thing is done, it's a good little thing to get.
Yeah, really good.
Good community and a different way to communicate with us and our other presenters.
Exactly. Alex Nair, welcome to the Academy, mate. Thank you for joining again. You've got 3 days left if you want to be in with a chance. If you thought, I might be a member, click the join button. It's in the comments now as well. Click the join button, become a member, and you'll be automatically entered. New members, old members, anywhere in the world, you will be. If you get picked, you get picked. We've got a PlayStation 5 to give away. Don't you know what I mean? Don't take the chance.
Stop messing about.
Stop messing about. Thank you, Alex Nair, for joining the Academy. Mank Mike says one of the best communities, and it's going to get even better. Imagine whenever we're all just chatting all the time together.
Yeah.
Like we've all gone on a big family holiday on our phones. Something like that. When's the last time you went on a family holiday?
Family holiday. I reckon it was 2019 Scotland. I think.
Scotland.
Yeah.
Lovely. What about you?
Mine was a long
What's
time
your family
ago.
like? I don't know much about you, really.
Yeah, I'm quite close.
Come on,
book.
explain
You got
to
much
everyone.
The
about
last
your family.
family holiday I went on, I went to Monaco for a week. It was class.
Sorry, who
It
are
was
you?
Well good.
The fucking Prince of Summer?
No. But
We went to Monaco.
it was ages ago. I'm talking
All right.
like,
Oh,
I was like
before it was the richest.
Yeah,
I was like
because Monaco's been, it was
principality in
like
the
5
world.
years ago, it was
Yeah.
like Benidorm,
talking,
wasn't it?
I
It was
was
dead cheap to get there, wasn't it?
don't know what I mean.
You fucked it. Hey, we've got an influx of members. I'll get you out of this one, mate. Jake Boz, welcome to the first team. Thank you very much. A Widowmaker. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Welcome to the first team. Stop killing husbands!
Hold on.
Stop it!
Hold on. A second.
What?
That's very sus. That name is very
It'll
sus.
be a joke.
I'm not sure it
You
will.
hope it is, yeah? You hope it is, but you never know.
Could be a real thing.
Come on.
Toby, welcome to the first team. Louis Robbo, welcome to the first team. Mac Batho, welcome to the Academy. Thank you very much. Join. Jesus, I don't know what happened.
Join.
I became some sort of market tradesman. I loved it. Ready for a pound? Right, up the workshop. Red says George done. Oh, my brain's exploding. Alex, take over.
Did you just hear workshop and just explode?
Went a bit.
Look at it,
Look at
snowing!
it's snowing
It's
still.
like 15 degrees in Manchester.
Are you? But okay, let's go. Are you still in Christmas mode? Have you got decorations up or anything like that?
I never
still?
put
Are you-
decorations up, you see. But I have some fairy lights.
Right. Okay.
Draped
We're
around
still
my
in
nether
Christmas mode
regions,
because we're
if you want to have a look.
somehow it's just still snowing now.
Yeah, but
What
that's
is
a
this
total-
traffic?
Oh my god!
This is
there's
new.
a chill. There's a chill on the wind. There's over 3,000 people watching. We've only got 282 likes. Let's get to 1,000, man! Have you ever heard of
It's
1,000
snowing!
likes?
Like the
Look,
video.
it's snowing!
Look at it. It's snowing.
It's snowing, but turn it off.
It's snowing and Phil Jones is playing
It's
football
raining.
for Manchester
it's raining
United.
Members. Matthew
I was
Jones,
like,
welcome
oh,
to the
Derby
team.
have equalised
We're
in
all
that.
just
It's
screaming.
Derby have equalised.
Silence.
Sorry, Derby have equalised.
What's a header? By the
Oh
way,
my god! I hope
Derby have
Derby's stay up, by the
equalised.
way.
And it's what's his name?
Curtis Davis.
Kurt-
Wayne Rooney's Rams.
Right.
There must be at least
For anyone
40
who's bothered, Derby have equalised. They were 2-0 down 5 minutes ago against Reading. They've equalised. They are making a play for one of the most remarkable seasons in Football League history. I think they're currently 9 points off safety. Or 10 points off safety.
What a lead.
With 20 games to go. And they've obviously had a 21-point deduction for anyone who doesn't know. They've just scored. Alex Buckingham has been a member for 15 months. Thank you very much. Joe's got into Steve Supply Red Bull. No, do you know what I have actually got into?
Oh, don't!
Steve Supply or something.
Steve Supply of something else. But
It's vitamins. It is actually vitamins, isn't it?
See, what you've done there, Alex, you've made it sound like I'm on drugs.
You're not on drugs, you're actually on vitamins.
No one said the
vitamins.
word drugs, did
It's
they?
literally,
No one said.
They're actually, you can buy them on
it's vitamins!
Amazon.
Like you
No,
were
it's
my
actually
agent
vitamins.
or mum or something, trying to make
It's
sure I didn't
vitamins,
say
don't
it.
worry.
Can we get the aircon on? I'm sweating. My blood pressure's gone through the roof.
It's because you have gone full Canadian tuxedo today. Joe, stand up for everyone. Matching Wrangler suits.
Phil Thompson on Soccer Saturday. He don't do
Merch.com.
half bits. He goes full shebang.
Yeah, right. What I've been on, Steve gave me these, because I've been going to the gym and that.
Right.
Steve gave me these. It's called Animal Pack, which basically sounds like it's something that,
Animal
that
Pack.
they give to farmyard animals,
What?
so they put weight on quick.
The bloody hell is that?
This is what Bernard Matthews stuffs down his turkey's neck so that they get plump in 12 weeks. Basically, it's just they sell it on Amazon, so it's not Dodge. It describes itself as a vitamin pack supplement, zinc, vitamin C, D, B, amino acids, and more. And I think it's the more that's taken me over the edge today.
But what happens to your piss, Joe?
Right, I'm not joking. I went for a wee in the night, and I could have read a book from the light of that piss. It was luminous. It was vibrant. Do you know when you have those little lamps on your head for camping so you can read?
I was just more thinking the things you used to stick on your ceilings as a child.
Yeah, it's like a
Kind
glow
of
stick.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yeah, if you put your fingers in my piss and flicked them at the ceiling, it'd look like those stars you could stick up there as a kid. Naz Amar says Bruno and Donny in front of Scott and Matic would be a fantastic lineup. Bruno and Donny. Yeah, but then you don't have Sancho.
I think Sancho's great. Today.
Sancho has to
I
start
like
this game. Simple as. The best way to beat Wolves will be to isolate the centre halves and go
To
1v1.
become Wolves. To beat Wolves.
And then sabotage them from inside.
this is giving
Sancho
me
going
ridiculous, isn't it?
1v1
Right.
against the centre halves is the best way we will beat him.
I hope United don't
100%.
ruin our mood because
Oh,
we're in a good mood.
I'm
Isn't
in
it?
a
It's
great
all
mood,
doing
I know.
well. United are going
Yeah,
to
because
come
he's
on
high,
nil.
he's high off his tits.
I'm
That's
high on my
why.
own supply right now. Derby
They're
maybe should have had a penalty there.
0-0s.
Reese Pegroom, great name. Welcome to the
What a
academy.
name.
Thank you very much. Blessed abundantly. That's nice, isn't it?
That's better.
Yeah.
Welcome to the academy.
Better
Finally,
than a Widowmaker.
wholesome-
Sorry, pal.
wholesome words. 544 likes. Let's get up to 1,000. Let's go through that team again if we can. A couple of standout appearance makers in there. Someone just in the comments says, this is G Jones. In the comments says, Jones, what the fuck? Do you know what I mean? Can't even get to grips with his own namesake.
Philip Jones. is back.
Here's the team. David De Gea, Wan-Bissaka. I don't know why my brain went to say Antonio Varane then, because it's Rafael Varane. Just made
You're
that
close.
up. Rafael Varane, Phil Jones, Luke Shaw, McTominay and Matic. I mean, the front six is the same as it was against Burnley. Greenwood, Sancho, Cavani and Ronaldo. Are you slightly surprised? We've seen a lot this week, and I'll get into a quote in just a minute. Sort of Rangnick waxing lyrical, as they say, which who the hell knows where that phrase came from.
You've done well there.
About
I like
Cavani. Saying how much he needs him to stay, saying how impressed he has been with him and how much he likes him. But he wasn't good against Burnley, I didn't think. Are you, like you mentioned before the Fernandes thing, are you slightly surprised Cavani didn't drop out, Greenwood up front, Fernandes back in?
No,
I
I think Cavani does. I think Rangnick said this week, he said he's good playing in front of the ball and behind the ball, all these different things as a striker. He can press, he can hold the ball up, he can do all these different things. Something that Ronaldo doesn't really do as well. You know, he's not that kind of pressing centre forward that you've got in Cavani. Look, I think that the energy Cavani brings in any of these kind of games is amazing. I think you don't really need the legs when you've got the likes of Sancho and Greenwood in there. Mm-hmm. And someone said as well, you need someone like Cavani in there. I seen something I think it was on Twitter today, which is always a great place for getting knowledge. Cavani's movement and just Cavani's movement and just what he does is a good byproduct of what Greenwood and Ronaldo do, which is once they're in the box they're going to shoot. Whereas Cavani's a little bit calmer, a little bit. I'll step out of the way. I'll do a bit of movement, even if it doesn't result in me getting the ball. It gets some more space for Ronaldo and Greenwood. Yeah, I think that he kind of complements them really well.
Yeah, and I was saying the other day that you've got a strike force there that have scored, and I'm rough numbers here in the region north of 1,200 goals between them.
Yeah.
Like, Cavani's got around 400, I think. Ronaldo's got 800. Like, this is a 1,200 goal partnership, of which has there ever been one in history before? Yeah. Is this, let us know in the comments, is this the most prolific front two, obviously not for United, but the two players that have scored the most goals ever playing together, Suarez and Messi would have been up there.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many Suarez got? He's nowhere near the 400 mark, is he?
I don't know. I don't think Cavani's 400. I think he's 300 something. Is this the most prolific strike partnership in the history of football? Have two players who have scored more goals combined ever played up front together?
Well, there's only one person that's even... There's not many people that are close to
Messi,
Ronaldo.
Pele, Zlatan, Suarez, Cavani. They're the big boys. Lewandowski.
Is Zlatan and Cavani on the pitch to PSG,
but
but never
hasn't got enough the same as Ronaldo.
No, it's you're not going to get close. You're not because you've not
How
got.
How crazy is that? Messi and Suarez is close, but this might be the most prolific goal-scoring partnership in the history of football that we've got here. So it's no surprise that they keep the place. Then, is it? You think of it that way.
You think about
35 as
people
football.
give him doubts, because of their age. But
did you just say?
It's a great analogy, isn't it?
He is though.
They are.
He is. He's 35, as you said. But there's a lot of doubts. There's a lot of doubts about Ronaldo and Cavani having a front two, even at their esteemed ages of going on 35, going on 37.
Are they?
But they're still
When
absolutely
esteemed,
banging.
did you say that because when they were kids, steam trains were still the most modern train? That's why I said esteemed age, wasn't it?
Both
I thought it was just
older than Wayne Rooney.
You what?
Are they both older than Wayne Rooney?
Ronaldo certainly is older than Wayne Rooney.
Is
I don't think Cavani is.
You don't
Cavani is...
He's mental.
That's
30, no, Cavani's only 34.
All right. Okay.
Rooney's he's basically a baby. And it's in Cavani. We've got a few new members. Craig, member for 30 months. Happy New Year, boys. Sending some energy for Phil Jones. The Robber, welcome to the Academy. DG UK upgraded his membership to the first team. Thank you very much. You're all in with a chance of winning the PlayStation 5, the Manchester United Stadium Tour, the Manscaped Perfect Package. RRP, Alex?
£120.
Just a bit, mate. These are
Believe.
big gifts.
You get 20% off as well if you use one of our codes if you click on one of the things. If you don't think you're gonna win,
Businessman at heart, aren't you?
If you don't think you're gonna win, you can click on one of our
use
codes
code
and get
Paddock
a
Live.
discount.
Samuel, once again asking if you lot have received the Christmas gift. Brackets not a turd? Question mark.
Do you know why the question mark's there? Because last time that Samuel brought this up, you said, "Is it a turd on fire?" And he said, "No, it's not."
Snowing
again.
Snowing again.
He's DM'd me on Twitter. I haven't seen that. Let me find it. What's your name? Sorry,
I've got a lot of followers on Twitter now.
It's Samuel.
Let's have a look.
There is no Samuel in my chat on Twitter.
In your requests, maybe.
Oh wait. Oh no, I have got it. Hey up. Package details. Your order has been dispatched. Yeah, that's the right address, all right.
Uh-oh. It's been dispatched. It's not arrived yet.
No.
No.
It was dispatched on the 19th of December.
That's worrying, isn't it?
That is worrying. I'll have a look for that.
We'll have a look.
Sorry about
Be
that.
here.
There was a one package that arrived that had a ticking noise to it that was
We threw that away, didn't
that
we?
was destroyed in a controlled explosion. That might have been it, and hopefully it wasn't a rabbit with a clock round its neck. Sorry, Samuel. I'll have a look for that. Connor Clark.
You all right, Joe?
I'm going to be sick. Is it bad that I'm more excited to see Philip Jones?
Oh.
Do you little Philip Jones? You fucking
Phil.
Bob Martin thing.
I'm glad you knew about
Of
that.
course it is.
Philip Anthony Jones.
Right, thank you. But that's mockery, so we're not going to do that anymore.
No, because you didn't tell me. I didn't have any.
More exciting seeing Phil
prep.
Jones than Ronaldo and Cavani.
Sorry, what's up with you?
I don't know. I'm impatient.
Mr.
We've got half
Calisthenics
an hour
over
yet
here.
till kick off.
I like taking the piss out of Alex, right? Because here's the joke. Alex and Steve both love like a fitness gadget. They'd rather spend 300 quid than go to the gym.
This isn't true.
No, but that's the
I'm not as
stereotype.
bad as Steve.
Steve used to have like 6 watches on him, like a Premier League ref, with ADHD, and just not go to the gym. So I've not recovered from what? Walking upstairs. Connor Clark. Is it bad?
Look, I'm going to show you.
Is it bad that I'm more?
Can't say
Let me
it's
finish
right.
this. This is carnage for people,
Jesus
and I
Christ.
apologise. Is it bad that I'm more excited to see Philip Jones than I was about Ronaldo? Yes. That is bad. Up the fucking Reds. Up the Paddock and Viva Phil Jones. Opaden. Welcome to the first team. Thank you for joining. What else we got? There's one more super chat, I believe. Might be another member. It is Han Inante. Welcome to the Academy. Second month in there. Thank you very much.
Speaking of Steve's watches things, you know the little strain thing we've got on our Whoop thing? He sent me
You've
his.
strained your whoop, have you?
Yeah.
How did you do
no,
that?
No, so he sent me his
Sticking mini
from
key.
New Year's Day, right? Just to put...
Okay.
Just to put into perspective, I went for a wee this morning and got 2 strain for just standing
for
up.
people who don't know, for people who haven't been
It's the
subjected
strain
to
on
this
your cardiovascular
vitriol.
system, right? And it's between 0 and like 22.
And it's based on a wristband.
a wristband thing. So Steve sent me his from New Year's Day. This is 25 past midnight. He got 0.5.
So basically, what has he done there? Hibernate.
Less than stand up and go for a week, because I got 2 this morning by just doing that and going back to bed.
What did he do?
I don't know.
He was
Blinked.
He was carried around.
He's literally blinked and gone.
blinked at
"That's enough
0.5."
for today." I don't even think he went out or anything on New Year's Eve.
He
so I
was just
don't
carried
know how
around
he-
on his sedan chair, wasn't he?
And to be fair to
Take
Steve,
me to my fridge.
because Steve, if he walks to his car, it's a strain on the
3.
lad. Yeah.
Bloody
So
hell.
0.5.
That's a hell of a day, isn't it?
That's literally I've gone.
Either
No,
way,
not doing it.
all that's telling me is it's just a load of bollocks.
It's not a load of
It's
bollocks.
not real.
It's not a load of bollocks. You've just got to use what you get told. You've got to believe. No, you got to use what you get told and actually do stuff. So go on, calisthenics. Where were you going with that, Joe?
No, I'm just laughing at you. And that. No, you just come. This fitness thing you're meant to be doing. We'll come
I'm
back
not
to the
doing.
teams
I'm
in a
not doing
second.
that. I'm not doing it.
You
I've
came to
given
me
up.
the other day and were like, we're doing this 75 days hard challenge. And I was like, first of all, if it's been hard for 75 days, you need to stop taking those pills.
Yes.
Secondly, you said it's not about that. It's a fitness challenge.
It was a bit much, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I decided against it already.
So what was it? For
it was
anyone who
like
didn't know?
you had to do 2 workouts a day, 45 minutes, and one of them had to be outside.
2 workouts.
Hey, why did
to be
it
outside.
have to be outside?
Because it's a
Who am I,
thing.
Linford
You
Christie?
had to follow a diet. You had to do all this stuff. It's gone on. If you type in 75, it's online. And
One
stuff.
of it was basically
And read a book for 10 pages a day. Which
Yeah.
it's not just
adopt
fitness.
a pet and all
Yeah.
that.
Was it any book? Or
Any
just-
book, but it has to be. You had to read it, like, physically read it.
Learn 3 magic tricks. It was really.
You have to
silly.
learn to
Yeah.
read
We're
first.
doing all that,
anyway.
and told it to Steve. And Steve was like, "Nah, I'm not doing that." And you went. You said you do 75 days worth of going to the gym, but that was all you.
I do 75 days in a row of the gym,
Okay.
but I've hurt my wrist.
But I do it
What's he been doing with his
So when
wrist,
I
eh?
want
to ask. Don't want to ask, Joe.
So when I twist it, it hurts.
Oh, that's not
So I
good.
don't know what
You've
to
gone
do
too
now.
hard.
Someone said Joe needs a cowboy hat to complete the look.
It's a right shout.
That spam purse, which actually think about it now is that's a vagina, isn't it? A spam purse.
There's the last 5 results.
There we
against
go.
Wolves, Joe. We've not been beaten by them for a while.
What do you notice there?
It's usually 1-0.
Yes, very good.
It's usually
Wolves
1-0.
haven't scored more than 1 goal against us in 5 results.
Yeah,
It's a
they
tough
usually
game,
score.
isn't it?
But that's been them this season as well. They've not
Yeah.
conceded a lot of goals. but
Second
they've
best
not
defence in
scored.
the league.
That's mad.
Behind
isn't it?
City.
And they're like,
They've only conceded 13 or
behind
14 goals, and it's mental.
It is.
With
Their
them
manager
names-
looks like Javier Bardem, doesn't he?
He does. That's a right shout. He should be a Bond villain.
He should be. He could be a Bond villain. Yeah, Wolves. Weirdly, was it the start of the season where they lost like 4 games in a row or something crazy? They're now up to 9th, but they've played 2 less games than the likes of Arsenal and Liverpool and West Ham, and they're I think they're 9 points behind West Ham with 2 games in hand. So they're probably not going to go top 4, but they're doing more like you would expect from Wolves.
we spoke about on the preview that this game is important because United are in this with this games in hand and stuff. We're in the mode that if we win a couple of them, we're in with a shout at top 4,
Well,
maybe
if we
even
win
top 3.
Yeah.
If you're a big that's a bit of a push, and one of those 2 would have to take a bit of a drop off.
Yeah.
But
Well,
if
you
we
say
start
that, let me
losing
just
these
stop you there a
games,
second. We're 12 points behind Chelsea with 3 games in hand. So if we win them, we only go to 3 points behind them.
We've still got to play
so
Chelsea
it's not that
as well.
crazy.
No.
I know obviously
But
it's not easy.
if we also don't pick up the results in this, if we go on, if we keep following this pattern of win-draw and we keep dropping points now and again, we're more looking over our shoulders at the likes of Wolves and stuff and hoping we don't finish similar a Moyes-esque season in the 6th to 7th spot.
And it's this conjunction of
Moyes-esque.
fixtures that we
I thought you said
need to
Moyes-esque.
really
Moyes-esque
go up on,
season.
innit?
No, Moyes-esque.
Yeah.
The next sort of 5 or 6 fixtures are quite favourable in terms of opposition.
So let's go through those fixtures just to establish your point even
Establish it.
further. So it's Wolves today, then in the FA Cup we've got Villa, then it's Villa again in the league, then it's West Ham, which is tricky, but again, it's not a Champions League team. Then it's Burnley, then Southampton, then Leeds, Atletico, but let's stick to the Premier League.
Yeah.
Then it's Watford, and then it's City. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, including today, games until we play a Champions League team.
I think West Ham's a tougher game than people are probably. I think that's the standout for me now is that West Ham should be. West Ham for me is as hard as playing Tottenham at the minute. Like playing Tottenham.
Maybe
the form they're in. The form they're in.
Yeah, the
players
very
they're
they've
playing.
got, they are a very, very good team.
Tottenham have turned it around massively, haven't they? I think they're Certainly unbeaten in 5 and maybe more than that as well. But again, United are 8 games unbeaten, which doesn't happen very often. You know, it's weird because we don't feel like we've played well, but we're still picking up the points. And I was chatting to my dad the other day, and he was saying, "It's a shame, we're not playing very well. It's not very good, and these are easy teams as well." I said, "Yeah, but when you think about it, the reason why this was such a favourable time to bring a new manager in was because you can have that." And now, obviously, you want that your new manager bounce, but really, what it was always going to be is taking time to learn the new system, and that's not going to be easy. And you're going to have some bad performances. And against the so-called lesser teams, Newcastle's, Burnley's, Norwich's, these sorts of teams, you can afford to have those teething problems and still not lose, which is exactly what we've done. This is why you wanted him on this run of games, because you can play sort of suboptimally and still not lose. So it's almost worked to a T, even though it feels like we've not been great.
It has. Yeah. Isn't it mad as well how people go on about Arsenal's performance at the weekend against City? How good it was. They got beat.
Yeah, they did.
And they threw it. And for as much as you can argue about the penalty and all that,
They threw it away.
Their most experienced centre half got sent off for the most 2 ridiculous things and lost them the game. Like they don't.
It was Xhaka who gave the penalty away as well.
Yeah.
Former captain.
It's stupid. It was ridiculous. And
How many former
I've seen
captains
a
in
lot of
that
people
team?
say about United, and I hate. It's kind of gone too far. People bringing Ollie up again, but Ollie did some amazing performances against City and got to it's not that good. Whereas he won the game. I think he beat him 3 in a row in one season, something like that.
Beat him 3 times.
And then Arsenal lose to
Beat
them,
Chelsea 3
and
times,
everyone's
didn't
going mad how good it was. It's not that impressive. Crystal Palace and Tottenham have beaten this season.
But it's because
and
because the expectations are so different, and as much as people want to have a go at United and say the banter era was back in the last few weeks of Ollie's reign, the fact that we are still held to a standard of a top 4 team, a team challenging for the Premier League. I know we haven't challenged for the Premier League, but when we don't, we're considered failures. We are still being held to those standards because Ollie has improved us, or did improve us, and we are a better team. We are a more consistent team. We are a team that consistently finishes top 4 now. Arsenal, they have a decent game and they lose to a top 4 team. Oh, bravo, Arsenal!
Yeah.
They're not doing that well. They're fighting for top 4, which is where they should be, season in, season out. But United are just held to a different standard because, despite what people on Twitter want to say, we aren't as shit as people want us to be, which is a good thing. Let's go through the team again, then get that back up on the screen if we can. We've got David De Gea in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Phil Jones and Luke Shaw. And then, how mad does that look, by the way, on the BBC website? The 4-2-2 looks very odd because there's no width to it.
It looks like a human with no legs.
It does look like a
Stick
human
man.
with no legs. Stickman, yeah. No body, not no legs.
body, no body.
And then we've got McTominay, Matic as your holding 2, Greenwood and Sancho, Cavani and Ronaldo, as well as that number 9 partnership. Mason Greenwood's an interesting proposition at the moment. I'm again, not trying to judge his season or his career, none of that. Not been particularly prolific this season. Started with 3 goals in his first 3 games. Are you concerned at all? What's your thoughts on Mason Greenwood's season?
It depends how you kind of judge Mason Greenwood, because the first question you say is that people were starting to say to him, should he be compared to the world-class talents in terms of, is he, the Haaland level and stuff like that. So if you do that, you go, you can say, because he's not scored as many goals.
5 goals in 19 appearances so far this
He's
season.
not scored that many goals. He's not done ridiculous numbers.
2 assists.
But then if you look at him as a 21-year-old playing in the Premier League, who isn't playing as a centre-forward, has moved around all positions, he's been the one that ended up playing in different positions, I think he's still doing all right. I think that there's definitely something there with Ronaldo coming in, and people saying it's hurting his development. I don't think it's hurting his development, but I do think they are quite similar in the fact that they are this, as soon as they get the ball, let's try and make a chance to have a shot, do something. We saw the frustration the other night of both Cavani and Ronaldo going, hold on to the ball, put a cross in, you've got us in there, do something with it, play that extra pass, maybe do that. Which is very like the young Ronaldo kind of thing. He does maybe need to learn that a bit, but also if you see him in the future as an out-and-out number 9 that can play on his own and do all that, that's what he's going to need to do. So to expect him to do this right midfielder position that you're doing, this inside forward, number 10, whatever it is a very different thing for him.
Yeah.
I am a little bit worried. When his performances started dropping the last few weeks, I was a bit, probably towards the end of Ollie, that was kind of the worry. His performances were going. It wasn't just the goals. But look, his goals will come because you've seen the talent in him. what he can do on the ball is fantastic. Everything. I still think it's yet to see where he kind of ends up, whether he is as a 2 or maybe he is in this wider position. But I'm not overly worried about Mason Greenwood.
From Mason Greenwood then to Scott McTominay. Weirdly, because I thought against Newcastle he could have gone either way with him or Fred being subbed off. I thought they were both very poor. He's had a great game against Burnley. He's not had his best season. I think he's not been particularly good so far. But we're now looking at Scott McTominay from a position where he could go on from here and have that, that next push on, where I think every season, I think he's got better. I think when he first came through, I thought, what's he good at? What can he do? He can't pass it really well. He doesn't score. But then he added some goals to his game last season. What was it, 6 goals? Against Burnley, he could have scored a hat-trick of 20-yard top corner shots that one of them led to a goal, one of them was a goal, and the other one got tipped over. But now it's looking like he's the man that will be breaking up the play, that will be playing that sort of, box-to-box role. Do you think he can push on from here, or are we just seeing what we've seen from him so far, which is inconsistent? So yes, he was brilliant against Burnley, but now against Wolves he might look out of his depth.
I think it's going to be more of an inconsistent conversation that we'll have with Scott McTominay from now until the end of the season, because as you say, he's had the one standout performance this year, which was against a Burnley team who aren't great, let's be honest.
Who hadn't played in like 3 weeks.
They haven't played in 3 weeks, so they're not fresh. And we were discussing this, I think, last time on the Watchalong. I think right now it's, with Ralph Ragnick coming in, he's going up higher after his tenure. He'll be looking out for a new defensive midfielder, either this month, if we're lucky, or at the end of the season, without a shadow of a doubt. So Scott McTominay playing in this position now of being the destroyer, of winning the ball back aggressively, I think if he doesn't play out of his skin for 66% of the games this year, he's out of the team like that and he becomes a squad player. Yeah.
Interesting, because obviously we've still got Pogba to come back. I know he's probably going to leave at the end of the season, but he's still another player that in the next few weeks will be returning to the team. Fred's on the bench there. Matic can't play every week, but you've got Van der Beek fighting for one of those spots as well, and Fernandes isn't even in there. It is going to be interesting, and he does have to keep it up, doesn't he? Because it's not just like the difference. Well, the difference between good players and great players is consistency.
Yeah.
Do you think he's got it in him to play like that? Not every week, but 3 out of 4 or 3 out of 5 times.
I think there's something in the fact that Jose absolutely loved him. Like, it wasn't just a case of you can say there's a lot of players that played a lot on the Jose. I don't think he loved Ashley Young, but he had to play him.
Yeah,
he didn't have to play McTominay, but he played him a lot. That's true. I think he liked him. Same thing. You saw that clip of Sir Alex kind of grabbing Jose, saying you need to play him more and stuff from what he's seen. Ollie kind of played him a lot. There's obviously this big thing about Fred and McTominay playing. I think there's something there that, and again, a new manager's come in and you can just see everything about him. There's something about him that kind of works. He is, there's this. He used to play as a striker growing up and stuff. So there's obviously got that technical ability, that finishing, that strength in the air, and all those different things. He's got all of that. I think it's just a case of finding where he fits into a team and where he fits best, kind of thing. I think it's a little bit of. I don't think he's going to be that. I think Ollie tried to make him into that more. And Carrick tried to help him out, try and play him as that more playmaker midfield and try and do what Matic does, pick the ball. I just don't think that's going to be him. I think there's. But
he's not going to have the passing range, but he should. The thing is, he's got enough quality to, and he can improve his passing, but he's got enough qualities to be a good starting midfielder. It's
just learning that role. It's just learning the role.
Because the other day, physically brilliant, chucking players on the floor, threading through balls to Ronaldo. I know it's the 25-yard passes he's not so good at. That was a relatively simple ball into Ronaldo because of good positioning from him. But he's putting players through on goal there. He's having shots. He makes himself a goal threat. He's much better in the air than Fred. Obviously, he can defend corners. He can defend their goal kicks. But it's just I don't know. I think he doesn't. I don't think he has to be a world-class passer. I think if we get one in next to him, or if someone like Matic, who isn't Michael Carrick on the ball, but he's certainly better than Fred, I think you can have a good player there. I just want to see one of those two, because I think just the sympathetic, just watching as a human, the amount of stigma Fred, like you said, always bound together, always sort of fused in this kind of ridicule soup that they live in. I think if one of them could break away from that and be a real top player, or just a starting good player for Manchester United that you don't need to worry about, I'd absolutely love that.
Yeah.
And I think I'm desperate to grab one of them and say, you can be that guy. We thought it might be Fred for those first few games, and then he was so bad against Newcastle, we hadn't seen him since. and now I'm pinning my hopes on McTominay. I just want one of them to prove people
That's the
wrong.
problem, though. I think that's the problem is that we're having, and we have been doing for the past 3 years, we've been pinning hopes on these two who've been consistent
Just
in the
might not be
team.
there, right?
And we've been doing it for 3 years.
But this-
Is it not too far gone now? Why not? Instead
know,
of
but the
pinning
thing- he's
hopes
only
on them.
25, that's the
McTominay's
difference.
young.
I know, but
It's not, I know it's not that young, but as a midfielder, I think, especially central midfielders, you don't tend to see world-class central midfielders other than, maybe a Fabregas, a De Jong. But generally speaking, Carrick was at his best in his 30s, Scholes 30s, Busquets even, I think, has been at his best in his late. Most central midfielders aren't great when they're 25.
But we need
they
it now.
become great in their late 20s.
I think
we need it now, though.
The big thing is that, we spoke about this on the preview, the amount of players that United have had since Sir Alex retired that you go, if they have Nin next to him, he'd be all right. Can you unlock him?
Point.
Like Chris Smalling, for example, was a great defender and winning the ball and stuff. He's good when he's got Blind next to him, but as soon as Blind comes out, he's no good. Same thing, you've looked at Luke Shaw. When he's got Harry Maguire next to him covering him, he looks all right. When as soon as you lose him, he's not as good. When you've got the same thing with some of our forwards and stuff. Same, Paul Pogba's the prime example of it all. If we get that other player, it'll unlock Paul Pogba. You've seen Ronaldo this season coming. He's not needed unlocking. He's not needed. We've not had the greatest supply to him this season. Same thing with Fernandes coming in. You've not needed someone else coming in to help him out. It's just a case of put him on the pitch and he'll do his job. He'll score goals and he'll get us assists and he'll be a good footballer. Same thing with the other question about Harry Maguire. Needs to be someone fast next to him to kind of make him the best. We can't have players like that. We just need someone that goes, look, there you go, drop him in. He's got it now. He does the job. He's got that. Same thing we've argued about with Pogba. You said, well, you put players next to him and he's not looked good. He's not like he's played when he plays every single week in those positions. He looks great. We need players that just kind of go, plug in, off you go. Same thing with the fullbacks now. You look at, we've got Wan-Bissaka and Shaw today. You go, as long as someone ahead of Wan-Bissaka would be all right. And then you flip that and say, if he'd have played Delo, well, if Varane has a good game, he'll be all right. It's not like you can't just play a player and go, just play and do it. It's a bit of, has to be a partnership. It has to be someone helping him out. And it seems like the same with McTominay. You need to be able to put him in there and play anyone alongside him, whether it's Fred, Matic, Pogba, and just go, he's going to do that job. It's obviously going to be more difficult on certain days with different people there who you face, but you just need someone to be in there and play, and that's it.
Yeah. Keane O'Connor, welcome to the first team. Thank you very much for joining. For anyone who's coming in the last few minutes, we are still running our 12 Days of Paddock giveaway, where we give away 12 prizes for the 12 days of Christmas. We are currently on day 9. The winner will be announced in the review later on. But if you want to be in with a chance of winning the remaining gifts, which I believe we've got a copy of FIFA, and then it's the big boys. We've got Tour of Manchester United, Old Trafford. Yeah, you've ever heard of it? It's Theatre of Dreams, more like.
Yes.
Right, that's a good one. Then we've got the Manscaped Perfect Package. Basically, your nuts are just going to be pristine for the rest of your life. And then finally, on the 12th day, the 6th of January, we will be giving away a Sony PlayStation 5. You can't even get them in the shops. We've got it here. It's behind there.
It's right
You know what? Bring the PlayStation round.
Bring it in.
Bring it here.
Get it in.
Bring me my PlayStation.
Bring it into
Where
shop.
is it?
It's not there.
Well, where is it?
Well, go find it then.
We've not lost
They
it.
fucking sold it. I know that much. Where is it? It's not here. Well, it is here. Get it.
Go and find it.
Sony PlayStation 5, and all you have to do to be in with the chance of winning all of those remaining prizes is click the join button in the comments. Click the join button under the video. Join as a member. You will be in with a chance of automatically winning those remaining prizes. PlayStation 5 is pretty good, isn't it?
It's very good.
Good
good
stuff.
that.
Click the join button and help. It helps out the channel as well. So if you
Phil
watch us,
Jones.
you enjoy the content. It's win-win. Thank you very much for everyone who has joined already. Kean O'Connor, welcome to the first team as well. Here's the PlayStation 5. Look,
Here we
brought
go.
it round.
Don't believe us, eh?
Don't believe
Look
the
at
hype.
this.
Callum, thank you. Look at that. And we'll ship that
Big
off
boy.
anywhere in the world. If you win at random, you get the PlayStation 5. You get to keep that. That's empty. That's got Cheerios in it. Where have you
not-
taken it? Callum's
not
eating the
empty.
PlayStation 5 with milk. There you go. There's PlayStation 5.
Is it dusty?
Anywhere in the world, no matter where you are, you're in with a chance. DB Cooper says, Joe, what can a PlayStation 5 do for me? Well, it can enhance your life by being the ultimate gaming experience.
Show the seal. Not that seal.
Oh, sorry, what? It's a bit dusty. There you go. There's
It
the
is
seal.
very dusty.
See there? It's a bit dusty, this. 'Cause
Brand
you know why?
spanking new.
Weren't you on the dust?
There you go. Ryan Yanni, welcome to the Academy. Thank you very much.
Sign the dust.
No.
Stop showing porn. There's kids watching. Interesting. Get them likes up, Joe. Great question, great point. Over 3,000 people, 3,500 people watching, and we're not even at 1,000 likes
Big
yet. Let's
boy.
get to 1,000 likes. We need 227 likes. Colonel, I thought it was Connor. Colonel Smith, welcome to the first team. Thank you very much. What the fuck am I actually right? Question mark says. I said stop.
What's he?
Jesus, I don't know.
You all right?
Killian Core, welcome
going on
to the
here?
academy. Thank you very much. Black and Navy don't go, Joe. You know, bro. The sentence was like a poem, so
Neither
listen to
double
poems.
denim usually doesn't go, but he's gone for it.
Double denim does go.
But it's matchy. No, but
It's
in
matchy.
Joe's case, it's
Also,
matchy.
I wore this because it was meant to be pro Fernandez. I thought he'd come back in the team today.
He's not.
Paddockmerch.com if you want your own. Well, that's why. Callum says Joe's class, by the way. Thank you.
Just breed them out. Yeah.
Yeah, let me just read some other nice ones. Joe's got great hair. Lovely eyes as well. Have you been working out? Yeah, I have actually.
See, when we don't see the comments, we don't know. whether
None of
these
those
are
are real
true.
comments. None of those are real comments. Is Joe on something? Yeah.
Life.
Very good.
Yes.
Some man.
I'm not on anything. I've got 9 minutes till kick-off. Someone said, can I have your nephew's number, Joe? That's from your creepy uncle. He ain't got a number because he's only 2. So you can have his NHS number if you want. Have his access to his medical records. I'm quite happy with that.
Are you really? gonna do that?
R.I.P. Betty White.
I know, sad that.
What's your favourite Betty White memory? Any thoughts on her? Very sad.
Very. It's very sad. Let's move on.
No, the problem is, right, I'm not like a dick here, but was Betty White a cook at one point? Like a...
I don't think so. No. I think she was.
The name Betty White... No, the name Betty White...
Does the name
like,
Betty result in a cook? Is that
no,
what
the
you're
name
thinking?
Betty White just makes me think of
Thinking of
like...
Betty Crocker,
of
mate.
like
Yeah. You are.
Muffin Lady.
What she did in her spare time was her business. And you do not desecrate her memory by calling her the muffin lady. She was much more than just a muffin lady, you sick pig.
Nah, she baked stuff.
Right, stop.
Muffin lady.
Disgusting.
Muffin lady.
Muffin lady.
Actually, I'm sorry. No, because I'm getting cum for it, and it's
getting
a
what?
genuine attack.
Again?
Call you the muffin lady in a minute.
It's not even 9 o'clock yet, John.
Ashmeet Singh says, just joined in, guys. Jones and Varane, dream 2022 centre-back pairing. Yeah, probably. Someone said Joey's Hulk Hogan. God, these comments, you know. Adam Hayward, welcome to the Academy. Thank you very much for joining. Someone just put vitamins in quotes. I need to check what's on the back of that bottle because there's about 9 tablets and one of them's as thick as a camping mattress. It's massive. Christopher Hawkins has been a member for 18 months. Sensational, Christopher. Said whoever wins the PlayStation 5 will open the postage and immediately Steve and Adam will jump out of that box and beat you to death with cricket bats.
No chance they're fitting in there.
No, that's true. We can get another box. We'll get a bigger box. And then there's one more member as well. Thank you very much for joining, Stan Burke. People are not happy with what you said about Betty White, mate.
It was an honest assumption because I don't know who the lass is.
Oh, you're
and
thinking
everyone's
of Marco
saying
Pierre White.
No, yeah. I know who he is. He's a chef on a
He's
boat.
not the
Chef on a
Oh,
boat.
you're watching the darts later?
Oh, no! Of course I'm not watching darts.
You're not
later.
watching the darts?
Let's get the team back on. 5 minutes till kick-off. We're going to go through our score predictions.
Peter, right.
Get your
Come
score
on.
predictions in the comments. Are United going to win? Home to Wolves.
Over, not watching the
Got to be winning this one, haven't we?
Yes,
Alex,
we do.
Talk me through it. What are you thinking?
That team is absolute madness. We've got Phil Jones and Raphael Varane as the centre-back partnership. The one we've always wanted. The one Sir Alex Ferguson wanted in 2011. He's got it now in 2022. Wan-Bissaka surprised got a game, but hopefully a big performance. We have to win today. We do really have to win.
Score prediction?
1-0.
Jordan? 1-0.
1-0.
Who's going to score for you, Alex, first of all?
Ronaldo penalty.
Ronaldo penalty?
No, sorry, no.
You said it
Cavani
then.
header.
I've already locked it in, sorry.
Done.
We have to take your first answer. Jordan?
Jadon Sancho.
Jadon Sancho? What kind of goal will it be?
He's going to take on a centre half from the left-hand side, beat him, and put it, not top bins, halfway down. Keep his far
Mid-bins.
post.
Have you just watched the goal he scored in the last game and just copied
Well, no,
that?
because one that got deflected to it P-rolled in the bottom corner because me and Alex thought it was his goal, didn't we? Until we were crudely disappointed at full time to realise that it was actually an own goal.
Really sad.
Foaming.
We've got some predictions here. Dio Petter says Man United 2, Wolves 1. Danny says 1-0 United. Craig says 4-1. Josh
4-1.
Thomas
Done
says, laughing my ass off, 1-0 Pen. Interesting.
Alex Neil Army.
Clayton says, I was confident before Jones was starting, but I'm still going for a 2-1 win. Very good, very good. Adira says 3-1. Crispin says 5-1 Manchester United. I'm going to go
5-1.
I don't know what I said on the preview, but obviously it all changes after the teams.
Just realised I've just gone for a clean sheet with Phil Jones in the back.
Clean sweep. I'm going to go 3-1 Man United. Get some goals. Win the game comfortably. Let's fucking dispatch a team for once. Dispatch. Someone said, "Come on, Wolves." 6-1 Wolves. Jez, you
Is that
sly
Tom
dog.
from Thing that works here?
Don't know. No, I don't think it was. It was someone called
Could
Jez. I hate shitting says 8-0.
Surely there was another prediction to read out, Joe.
I love shitting says 1-0. I didn't want to go with that one because it wasn't as emphatic. Do you
Funny.
like or hate?
I'm very much in the middle.
I really enjoy it, you know. Really enjoy it. I spend like 40 minutes on the bog just chilling. After it's done, I just go on my phone.
Long. If
no,
I was
it's
your,
not.
If I was your
You
employer,
just go on my
if I
phone
was
and
your
just
employer,
chill.
You'd be out of the door, mate.
40 minutes.
40 minutes.
Yeah, honestly.
40. That's like.
You got a telly in there?
Yeah, you can do 40.
Fergal McClements,
Phone
member
here.
for 2 months.
Need a telly.
Thank you. He said, "What happened, Maguire, with his injury?" I'm not sure what the injury is actually.
I think it could be I've been playing shititis and that made his injury. I think he's actually.
Is that
I
an
reckon
actual-
he's been dropped.
Is that an actual injury?
I think because it's very rare that they don't come out and say it's hamstring, it's this, it's tight, whatever. They're not. He's had a problem.
But he did get taken off though, didn't he?
No.
He got took off against Burnley.
No, Bailly got took off. Maguire played 90 minutes.
Oh, he did.
You were
didn't he?
there.
Oh, yeah, he did, didn't he?
You were there.
You watched it.
Oh, yeah, I watched it.
You've seen me annoyed because I had Eric Bailly to get booked because I thought that was a tap-in.
Glenn Eyre.
We had Eric Bailly to get
We
booked.
had
Took
Eric.
his shirt off on the side of the corner. He was going, John, he took his shirt off.
Interesting question from LJ.
Uh-oh.
Do you think tonight is a nice transition to take the captaincy from Maguire? Do you think when he comes back in, he gets that band back off Ronaldo?
He
Depends
will.
ho-
He will.
depends how
But I
long.
don't want him to.
Depends how long he's out for. If he's out for 6 games and he's been dropped, you might not see it back to him. It might be Ronaldo for the rest of the season. But I don't think it's the right way of going about dealing with
No,
Harry Maguire.
that's not. If they just do
off
it
and
now,
say,
while he's out
don't.
injured, you know, kick a man while he's down, if you will. Take the captaincy off him, drop him. He's injured, can't get the team right. You have it for the rest of the season. But next year, I don't want to see him captain. I just don't think he's a good captain. I don't think he's a leader in a dressing room. I'd much rather see Ronaldo have it, Bruno Fernandes even have it, over Maguire.
Yeah, I think Ronaldo's the only option, and that doesn't fill me with much.
It also, for me,
excitement.
It doesn't bother me that much.
No, that's a
like
good point.
for me. I think people overthink that. He's got. He's captain or whatever. It doesn't make that big of a difference. He does the coin toss at the start of the game. That's kind of the most important bit.
Yeah.
That's all he does. There's not a lot of. It's not the main important thing. If there's leaders in the team, it doesn't matter kind of thing. I think the problem is.
I don't know. You know, I think differently. Just because when players are getting talked down to, they've gone in for a reckless challenge or whatever. Who would you rather be like reassured to? Because do you reckon Harry Maguire is going to motivate you to not go in hard again when he misses the ball half the time? He has to do so, or someone else to tell him keep your head on. Between Maguire and Ronaldo, I'd have Ronaldo 100% because he's won everything there is to win everywhere. Maguire's been relegated 3 times?
I just don't think.
And he's found himself, luckily, to be a captain of Manchester United.
I think if he's starting on the pitch, I don't think it matters. It doesn't matter who the captain is. If he's starting and playing well, it doesn't matter whether he's captain or not. Whether it's Ronaldo captain, at the end of the day, it's just the armband. But it is cool to see Ronaldo captain tonight. I quite like that.
Killian Wallace for the super chat. R.I.P. Nancy. R.I.P. Betty. They only take the goats from us. Yeah, they do. Nancy Reagan. Can't get into it. Sickening stuff.
No, we got into it.
We're not. It's kick off.
Yeah, it got too deep. Yeah, the players are on the pitch. Let's go through that team one last time, if we can.
There he is.
Hint to
There
people
he
behind
is.
Sorry,
camera.
it
Let's
just-
go through that team one last time, please.
It's just mad how
Can we
they
get the
usually
team on the
focus
screen one
on.
last time
Can
before
I do
kick
it?
off. There we go.
Can I
Thank you
do
very
it?
much.
You know what I want to do? Can I do it?
What?
Read the team.
Oh yeah, go on then. We've got David De Gea, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Rafael Varane,
Philip Anthony Jones,
Luke Shaw, Scott McTominay, Nemanja Matic, Mason Greenwood, Jadon Sancho, Edinson Cavani, and Cristiano Ronaldo. Substitutes: Henderson, Telles, Dalot, Fred, Lingard, Van der Beek, Fernandes, Elanga, and Rashford. Decent team, that, innit? Let's be honest. It's a decent team. We should still win this game.
It's a bit mad how usually they focus on Ronaldo as he's walking out. They focus on Cavani, Varane, focusing their camera pans to Phil
Anthony Jones.
It's madness how he's there.
Good lad.
It's madness how they're making. It is a big thing, but
I want him to have a bloody
Do
good
you think he
game.
actually took a photo of him? I think that
looks real.
That is him. It's his
real.
tattoo.
He'll have
Yeah,
done
that's
the
his
squad
tattoo.
thing. Yeah, he'll have done it because he's been
Yeah.
in the squad, hasn't he?
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah. I hope he has a good game. Do you know what I actually hope, really? Because let's be honest, some of it is tongue-in-cheek. I hope he just has a game that goes under the radar.
Boring.
Nothing huge, no mistakes. I don't want there to have to be a conversation. Let's say he scores and has a great game. I don't want there to have to be a conversation of should he start ahead of this. Let's just let him play. He's a squad player. We've got injuries. I hope he has a decent game that goes under the radar and maybe a clean sheet. Do you know what I mean? I don't want there to have to be some huge discussion about Phil Jones after the game, just almost for his sake, really.
Yeah.
I like him. He seems like a good bloke. He's had a tough time. Let's hope we do all right. Jose Sarr in there for Wolves. Let's go through their team. They've got Kilman, Cody, and Seiss as their centre backs.
three.
Then they've got
Nelson Semedo were right wing back, wasn't he?
Semedo right wing back. Then Moutinho and Neves, that Portuguese partnership in there. And then Martial on the left hand side as well. Then they've got Trincao, Jimenez and Padent. It is two Portuguese, their
It's a
team,
bit
isn't it?
much,
It's
isn't it?
Ronnie
ridiculous.
should know these inside out.
It is ridiculous how they've done that. I
It
can't
is.
think of any
Portuguese
team that's ever
spine.
done that. I know there's a time when Arsenal used to get called like France national team and all that, but like it wasn't like this. They've literally got like 7 Portuguese players playing.
Yeah.
Well, certainly 6.
Just is what it is. It's the agent, isn't it?
Sarr, Moutinho, Neves, Semedo,
Yeah,
Trincao,
Semedo.
Pedence.
Yeah, 6.
6.
6. It's a spine.
That's
It's a
like
Portuguese
that is like a
spine.
team
It's a
from the
Nando's
Portuguese league, isn't
spine.
it?
It's good, isn't it?
I had Nando's earlier actually.
He did. He looked very good, to be fair.
DB Cooper says, Joe, can you please ask Alex to join my boy band? We're called the Lincoln Logs. You in?
What's my role in the boy band?
DB Cooper, Alex says, what's his role in the boy
I
band?
can't commit. I'm
The
not being
Lincoln
not
Logs.
being
It
the
just
bassist.
sounds like a shit band.
I'm not being the bassist.
The
or
Lincoln
drummer.
Logs.
Well, you know, we're still being drummer.
I don't mind. I'm
Drummers
just,
is
it's not a
good.
bit of me
Why not?
because I'm not good. Ever play the drums.
DB Cooper, let us know.
What about guitar?
I play a bit guitar. Not very
Okay.
well, but I can. I'd learn.
DB Cooper, and you might like this.
Very good. Here we go. United are off.
United have kicked off. DB Cooper says, your role in the band, the bad boy, wink. Very good stuff. He's in. Jay Richardson with the super chat. Jones yellow and goal is Joe.
Use your words, Joe.
English, Joe.
Jones yellow and goal is 250 to 1. Jones red and goal 950 to 1. There you go. There's your odds. Fergal
Put 50p on both.
Anybody call Ralph starting Phil Jones in a Premier League before Donny? I certainly
Oh,
didn't
why
feel that.
bring Donny van der Beek up? There's no relevance to it.
Wolves are attacking. Chip the ball in.
But he
And
would,
they're
yeah.
Defended
go, Phil.
away by Philip Anthony
But
Jones.
The thing he has decided is that I'd rather see Phil Jones at centre half than Donny van der Beek in midfield.
That's mad, isn't it?
That's the thing he's decided at.
Phil Jones is on the right of the back two, by the way. Varane.
So it's
playing on
Phil
the left.
Jones, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, right hand side.
To
of the
put that into
defence.
context, it's his first appearance since January. So this month, 2 years ago.
Can you believe it's 2022?
Don't sit right.
In your head, what year is it, Alex?
Well, 2021 was a bit of. It's just like, did that really? Like 2020 was obviously the shit year of the COVID stuff. But then
2021 is one of the least significant years in the history of the world.
it was just the year where kind of everything
Yeah.
was back to normal, but
Yeah.
kind of wasn't.
It was like 2020 was such a big success at the box office, they had to make a sequel, but they had none of the original actors,
And it was pants.
and the director had given up. Do you know what I mean? It was basically a remake of 2020, but just not as good.
Yeah.
Crap year, worst year
It's
of all
2012 for
Where's
me
Luke
still.
Shaw?
2012 is yeah. I think for me it's 2009 still. Just finishing my GCSEs, and I won't have it any
we'll
other
go
way.
with
Moutinho, you know Scott McTominay, lad. Matic just doing kick ups on the edge of our box. And
Still
they've
can't
won
get the ball away.
back. Interesting.
All Wolves, first couple of minutes.
All Wolves.
Nutmeg Wan-Bissaka on their left.
Oh,
Ball straight across.
it's a good ball.
It's a
That.
dangerous
It
ball.
was shepherded pretty well by, I think it was Varane, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Tracking his man to the near post. Never really got close
Are you
to
surprised to see how much we sat back under? Because obviously the first game under Palace we were so high pressing and all this kind of stuff. But since then we've kind of sat back, especially the last game against Burnley, sat back a lot more than you would do against Burnley and kind of just sat in shape and stuff.
Yeah, that was always my question before Rangnick took over. Like all the videos and the footage and stuff I'd seen of him and his teams all emphasise the press, all emphasise what his teams do in the opposition half. What I didn't know was how do his teams defend when they've got the ball in our half, and we do tend to sit back a little bit, don't we? It's not we don't press as much in our half. We press in the opposition half and go from there.
He shows a great ball into Ronaldo, but his chest was just 50p chest. You ever heard of that?
We came up with 50p abs the other day, didn't we?
We had a 50p head.
All of our but yeah, we do sit back a little bit. We do allow a bit of pressure, but we have been relatively safe.
Rafael Varane and Phil Jones.
You do?
It's just mad. Sorry, Rafael Varane and Phil Jones is just madness still. It's just like actually seeing them playing football is.
No one ever thought that day would come, did they? Phil Jones slipped over there. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
It is the maddest thing, isn't it, that Fergie wanted that defensive partnership, and he got his wish. It just so happens that it's in 2022 during a sort of centre half injury crisis. Do you want to call it?
Was it 3 players injured? Yeah, that's close to a crisis.
You usually associate a
But
Premier League team having 4 first choice
no
centre
one's
halves.
really moaning about it compared to Liverpool.
Oh, good turn. Good turn and pass from McTominay there.
Everyone's just going, oh, you're going to have to play Phil Jones. That's no good.
Well, of course.
But that's the whole point.
Yeah. And the other thing is Ronaldo giving the ball away. The other thing is we do have a deep squad. We do have a deep team, and I know that Phil Jones is Phil Jones and everything, but he's still just a footballer who's had plenty of good games for Manchester United.
Yeah.
He's not someone who's always been terrible.
Yeah, you forget when he first signed for us, he was doing absolute shifts in centre mid. He was running the show against Prem teams. Right back holding midfielder. He was running the show.
So far, Phil Jones has.
You remember, I mean, when Ollie first come in, he played a lot of games. It was Jones and Bailly, was it, as the centre half pairing for a lot of it?
I think he played a few, yeah.
That was the run to start with was Jones and Bailly was the two playing.
Get Aaron.
That's a poor ball.
He didn't need to do that.
No, he put Mason Greenwood in trouble there, Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
See, he did the defensive part well,
and then
just messed up.
That's literally a 3-yard pass, not even 5-10. That's a 3 or 4 yard pass, and he's put it on the wrong side of Mason Greenwood, so he's turning into trouble. It's just poor. I don't understand it. It's like 5-a-side level passing.
Yeah. On a 5-a-side pitch.
Stuff. That shouldn't be difficult at all. Anyway. Sarkot says, we're from Indonesia. We remain loyal to Manchester United team Cristiano Ronaldo. And they've been deleted now, those messages, because they're putting it in too many times. But, thanks for the messages.
Thank you.
The message remains the same.
Yeah.
Just don't need to watch it 20 times.
No, that's true. Ronaldo dropping deep.
Ross chaperoning the chat.
Yeah.
Have we settled down a bit now?
What, us as people or the team?
Both, because it was a bit mad, wasn't it?
It was fun though, wasn't it?
Talking utter nonsense.
We enjoyed ourselves. That's a heavy pass from
Again.
Back to the old days.
These lot need to calm down.
Yeah,
the passing's just been well off.
Yeah, it has. And it's a corner to Wolves.
Oh, I hate corners.
This trend of giving away corners at the start of games.
See, but we shouldn't
continues.
be hating corners considering that 3/4 of our team are over 6 foot. We shouldn't be worried. But it's frustrating that we are, because we haven't scored a set piece all season. Wolves haven't conceded a set piece all season.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Good stat.
They've not.
Great stat, that.
So
good stat.
Stat attack.
It's not good for us.
That means we'll score from a corner today. You know that.
I hope so. Yeah. I hope he don't score today, Connor Cody. Scouser,
isn't he?
Short corner.
Short, yeah. Back out. Whipped in. That's a dangerous area as well.
Good headed
away by Wan-Bissaka.
Keep it in.
He's done well to not just win the initial header, get the second ball as well. Past the
clearance was a bit scuffy.
It was.
Someone give him a shout.
There you go. A bit of composure. I know he's booted.
Yes, Mason. A little bit of strength there. Well done.
Find a pass. Brilliant.
What a ball.
Brilliant from Mason Greenwood.
Go on, James.
Right, Sancho and Ronaldo on the left.
Go on.
Playing 1-2s off their centre backs now. The pass to Ronaldo never really made sense, did it? Because he was just wide. I don't blame him there.
Sancho
puts it back in.
Oh,
that's a good cross. I think Ronaldo wanted it, but he would have been given him the ball well wide of the post. We've won it back again there. Come on now.
Good pressure in the final third.
Yeah. That from Mason Greenwood was brilliant there, by the way.
Yeah.
Just nudged his man on the floor and then a brilliant pass into the space. Really good stuff there.
Yeah.
Would you have gone to Ronaldo there, though? I think he probably should have.
I think Ronaldo should have made the run across the back of Sancho into the middle.
It's a fantastic ball. He took 4 players out with one
too
pass.
Straight here. He just wants it to feet, but really...
Do you think he just ain't got the legs for it? he didn't have the legs to get involved and do that run.
Maybe that's probably true. Maybe that was the only option he had. He could have maybe laid him off. Ronaldo on his left foot still.
He was
pretty
waiting.
Good, isn't
He was
it?
waiting though.
You
One
take-
Sancho was waiting for
Yeah,
him to
true.
go, and if he waits too long, then the opportunity's not there because he'll get numbers back.
True. Yeah. One of
Promising
those.
though.
Yeah, it was much
Promising.
better.
First
We
attack of
haven't
the
actually
game.
scored a really good counter attack under Rangnick yet that I can think of. I'd like
That
to
we're
do
so
We've not
famous
scored amazing goals under Rangnick so far, have we? It's been a bit.
Too easy.
Well,
there.
apart from the
Come
Fred
on,
goal.
man.
But again, but it wasn't. It was amazing individual brilliance, which I
Yeah.
miss saying that phrase. It was kind of that. It wasn't really, a
Yeah. Oh, great goal.
great.
Yeah.
Well,
crafted
you say
goal.
that. Did you see our reaction? Hey,
It was a bit mad, wasn't it?
Was that us three?
it was us three. Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course, on the roller coaster,
Yeah.
you silly.
Definitely
twats.
hungover. It was good fun.
Well, and that,
Well, yeah.
we were all
When was it?
severely hungover on that day.
It was
wasn't
after we'd done the rundown.
It was against Crystal
Oh, yeah.
Palace.
Liam Knight with the super chat. Let's get a good win, United. Much love to the boys and happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year,
Happy New
Liam.
Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year indeed. Do you like New Year's Eve?
I think it's a little overrated. Just a little
Yeah.
bit because it's the same night out you do every year, except everyone's buzzing for midnight and you
It's
all have a
twice as
jump.
busy.
And it's twice as busy. It's twice the price, and
Who did you kiss on midnight? Don't know.
a pint of
Don't know
lager.
a
it
name.
was. A pint of
Who's that?
lager.
Just someone.
Somebody that happened to be about. What about you, Alex?
No, I was in bed, wasn't I? Didn't even-
Kissing yourself
Kissing
with your hand.
Who
Wolves on-
did you kiss? No, you're not getting away with it. Who did
Yeah.
you kiss?
Who did you kiss?
Who did you
I kissed my phone screen with a picture of. I don't know what I was going to say that for. Yeah, no one. No
Set
one
himself
picture
up
of
to
Ralph
fail
Rangnick.
miserably.
No, yeah, a picture of Ralph Rangnick. Let's say that. I don't know. I was going to say someone else.
I met Ralph Rangnick on one
Who do you
night.
think I was going to
What?
say?
Hang on, you met Ralph Rangnick?
No, you hadn't.
Did you meet an older gentleman that kind of had no similarity to Ralph Rangnick? Is that what you
Yeah.
said?
No, I met Ralph Rangnick.
An old man with some glasses on.
Keep that in. I met Ralph Rangnick.
Who?
Me.
Sorry, not who.
You did.
When?
It was at my pal's 60th birthday party.
Oh, okay. First thing to say, was this in Monaco? Great question, Cam. Second question is, how old are you?
No, sorry, my pal's dad's 60th.
Right,
I got
that's
that
better.
wrong. Yeah,
My
yeah.
mate's 60th.
Yeah.
Who are you hanging around with?
Well, you're basically like 40.
Ah,
I'm 28.
The oldest guy here,
harsh.
isn't he?
Well done,
No,
Phil.
he's not.
You older than him?
Yeah.
By how much?
Why
Why do you think Alex looks younger than me?
4 months? 3 months?
Foul to Man United.
No, I don't
3 or
count.
4 months?
Could have said it for the longevity.
So
of the
tell
job.
us when you met Ralph Rangnick then.
I met him in O'Neill's in the Printworks.
It's a lie. No chance. Not a chance if you met Ralph
What was he
Rangnick in
doing?
O'Neill's in the
Yeah.
Printworks.
He's just come from Waxy O'Connor's. He had a big jug full
Right.
of blue
Cam.
WKD.
Cam, I'll send you the
No,
you
is
the
it
picture.
actually Ralph Rangnick or is it
100%
someone that
it
looks like
is.
Ralph Rangnick?
No, it's Ralph Rangnick.
Oh,
It's
no.
not.
Cam,
It's
I'll send you
not.
the
It's
picture.
a terrible
I've
look-alike,
seen
isn't it?
It's not even a look-like.
I'm going to send Cam the picture because
Is it like
definitely
when
is
Cam
Ralph
and
Rangnick.
Adam Patterson were Chris Martin?
No, because I met Ralph Rangnick. Why does people find it hard to believe that I met Manchester United manager in a bar?
Because he wasn't going to be in O'Neill's in the Printworks, was he?
Well,
Is it first
you
month
doubting it offends me, lad. Honestly.
All right, okay then.
Cameron
you know what?
Waters.
You know what?
If it is actually him, the build-up of this will
Your
be fantastic.
your watch-along credentials are on the line here. If this isn't Ralph Rangnick, we're never having you.
Well,
on
I'm
the-
still
on the
sending him.
show again.
I'm sending him a picture regardless because it is.
There you go then. Fine.
It's not Ralph Rangnick.
It is Ralph
It's a
Rangnick.
bad
It must be
look-alike.
because otherwise we'll never speak to you again.
Well, I'm definitely sending this in, aren't I?
As Wolves
Imagine that. Oh,
have a shot at the near post, saved comfortably there by De Gea. This better be Ralph Rangnick. So who were you with?
Ralph Rangnick.
No.
No, why were you there?
Why were you at
Oh,
O'Neill's
my
in
dad.
Printworks?
My pal's dad's 60th was in the bar.
Right.
He booked out a nice
And
little
Ralph
area.
Rangnick.
We were having a bit of a dance, bit of a drink
Hang on,
with
so
his family.
was Ralph at the party or was he just
No,
in
he
the
was
bar?
at the bar, and then he walked past.
What was
me.
he drinking?
Yeah, I think he was drinking whiskey and coke. I think. I swear
He
to
was
God.
drinking German beer, probably.
Oh my
Fuck off,
God!
Neves,
What
honestly.
a save!
Why do you have to do this every time
Yeah,
we
but
play against
also,
him?
why do I have to leave the person that only scores goals from outside the box
On his own.
outside
Yeah.
the box every year?
It's a good save that by De Gea.
Because he's
Similar-
dipping ferociously. That.
It is.
Look at that one touch, bang.
Good save. Comfortable, really, I think.
Good save though.
It was a good
Good
save,
save.
but he had it covered, didn't he? Headed away by
Not again.
Varane.
Not again.
Fuck off.
Nice. See, it
Marcel
wasn't-
is no Neves on the volley.
Have you
is
got
he?
that picture, Cam? Yeah, I'm just getting it. Okay, let us know when it's ready. Of you. Is it you and Ralph Rangnick
Me
together?
and Ralph Rangnick. Yeah.
No one else.
How
Just
drunk were
you
you?
I was sobered when I saw him.
Sobering moment, was it?
Sobering moment.
So good.
Did
honestly.
you?
Yeah.
Honestly, so good.
What did you ask him?
I said, "Excuse me, pal.
Pal.
Can I have a?
Can I have a
Pal.
picture?" And he went, "What?" And I went,
Sorry,
Mate.
what was his accent?
What?
He went,
What?
"What?" Like it was a deep. It was
Is
a
he
deep.
from
It was a.
Burnley?
No, it was
Is
a
it
deep-
Sean Dyche you
No,
met
no, it was a
instead?
deep, gruntled,
Gruntled.
Munchen
That's
accent.
a real word.
Gruntle Munchin. Hansel
not a
and Gruntle
real
Munchin.
phrase.
Was it?
Gruntle
Deep,
Munchin.
Gruntled Munchin accent.
Yeah.
Absolute.
Why is it
madness.
so hard to
Absolute-
believe?
yeah,
I don't
Gruntle
understand.
Munchin.
I don't understand.
United actually
Oh, you
touching
lot are
the
going
ball
to
for-
look at
That's
that.
not right.
Look at that. Look at that.
Terrible.
Look at that.
Who is that?
That's me and Ralph Ragnick.
It's not.
Yeah,
It's
it
the
is.
old man with glasses.
Look at that. Tell me that's not Ralph
He looks
Ragnick.
like a
it's not.
supply teacher. Who is that man?
Ralph Ragnick.
It's not in the
Look
slightest.
at. Mate,
It's not
tell
even
me
close.
it's not Ralph Ragnick.
I'm telling you right now, it looks nothing like
Put
him.
it back up.
He's made a clip, and I'll
Was it
quit that
gone?
one.
Has Rangnick's PR team deleted it from the internet? How can you not have it immediately? It's just been on the screen. He's saying, wait there.
He's photoshopping actual
He's doing
Ralph
something
Rangnick into it.
hilarious now, I bet.
Oh,
Someone said
Jordan.
not even close. And then someone else
Jordan.
said, holy shit, it's Ralph.
Mate, thank you.
No,
Because
it's
it's mate.
no, it's not.
You
No, it's
imagine,
not.
right?
No, it's not.
Let him
No,
finish,
it's
let him
not.
speak.
No,
Alex.
just imagine,
not.
right? You're in a pub, you're having a fantastic time, you've had a few drinks, and you see Manchester United's manager.
But it's not, is it? It's
the
really
bar.
not, is it?
You go down and take a picture of him. Simple as.
Right, get it off. Get it off.
Simple as.
Get my eyes off that. You're a dickhead, and you're not coming on here again. I hate you.
That's a shocking shout.
Clear it then!
Someone just said that's my dad's mate.
I hope it is.
Looks like a
because
physics professor. He does.
you
He
better have
does.
a box at Old Trafford now because your dad's physics mate happens to be United manager.
It's so bad.
How many drinks did you had?
I'm hoping 30.
At this point, I must have had about like 6 pints and about 4 shots. So I was feeling it.
You feeling good, were you?
Yeah, because it started at 7:30 and it was about 11 o'clock when I saw him.
Ridiculous.
So Ralph Rangnick was out
Anyway,
at
I'm
11
glad you-
o'clock
See, out.
in O'Neill.
I'm glad you have a memory of meeting Ralph Rangnick, even if you didn't.
Well, I did though.
Shocking.
I don't like that. Oh, you lot are putting it down. I'm
Ralph-
United
It's a
manager.
shocking
AAO
shout.
says, Ralph Rangnick, more like Rolf Roderick. Poor from you, Jordan. I'm devastated.
I'm more devastated, mate, that you didn't even meet him, right? 1-0, full time.
It's not
He
even.
said 1-0.
He's not even dropping it.
1-0.
I put the-
1-0.
I thought I put the thing up. I didn't put the circle up, did I? Oh,
you
dear.
didn't.
Circle.
Circle. Don't worry about
What,
it.
what shape's
United
that? What
defending
shape's
a
that? An
corner.
octagon. Hey, but look at it.
A zero.
Look at
It's a zero.
It's
you
a circle.
don't.
Yeah, but what shape is it?
It's not a circle.
What
it's
shape
it's
is
an
it?
oval.
Zero.
What shape is
it
that?
should be an oval.
But it's not.
Anyway,
No,
free
you're
kick,
right.
corner to Wolves. Ball in the box. It's a long one. Cavani's dodged
He's
it
missed
there.
it. Right,
now,
we break
come
now.
on.
Oh, Philip.
Phil Jones.
He's rusty. He's a bit rusty.
It's all right, though. It's all right. It's all right.
Kieran Barut says Alf Magnet. Oh, that's who you met. Christopher Hawkins says the real question is how many drinks has Jordan had today?
None.
Hey, I'm doing dry Jan, mate.
Are you actually?
Yeah, I am.
All on the agua.
Are you doing dry Jan?
I'm doing.
Well,
dry
I say
forever.
that. I'm doing dry Jan until my birthday on the 21st.
It's my birthday on the 11th.
So he's having 3 weeks off.
No, I'm having a day's break because it's an exception.
Are you going to stop at
It's a
midnight on
birthday.
this?
What?
You stop at midnight on your
No.
birthday? No. Right. So it's
No.
2 days, isn't it?
No, because in hours wise, it's not even going to be
Oh, okay.
a day.
Oh, okay.
So I'm having the break off on my birthday and then going back to it for the remainder of the month, which I think is amicable because I could go on for the rest of the month and go, oh, I'm only doing it for 3 weeks, blah, blah, blah. But no, I'm doing it properly.
Is anyone else disappointed that Wolves have had all the ball against us? And we can't-
Disappointed.
we can't really do
No, I'm
anything.
excited, Joe. I can't wait
No,
to
but
see
how are
more
we
of
all
it.
feeling about the game? Because obviously we're having a bit of fun.
Fine.
Ball over the top from Neves.
But all we're doing is
we've
restricting
we've been shit, haven't we, so far?
We've been restricting them to half
Yeah,
chances.
they've not really
They've
had
not had a
any
chance,
clear-
have
Is
they?
that the line that we want, where we've restricted them to stuff? Surely they should be the ones trying to stop us doing things.
That's true, but that on the screen is actually very
There is
interesting.
11
Go on then.
managers
Read it out.
in FPL that have captained Phil Jones for this week.
Well, there's the one
There's
geezer in
100
the comments who said he triple
There's
captained him.
130 managers transferred him in. He's owned by 11. Is that 1,130? And Jay's got him in there.
That's a good bit of
That's
play from
madness.
United. But now look, it's Sancho versus
Oh,
5.
poor
And he's
It's
just
a poor
hitting
touch as well,
all-
but he's got
hitting
no one
a
inside
hard
to
touch.
pass
Yeah,
to.
but keep the ball, don't.
Yeah,
we
keep
don't-
it
we've
down
not
there.
kept it at all yet. Oh dear.
See,
We've not seen any sign of pressing yet either. Yeah, I'm about to say
But
there's
I
not been
wasn't
no sign of
expecting
pressing.
that. But we've
Look,
not even kept
no
the
press
ball.
whatsoever. Look.
But nothing.
No one's triple captained him.
No one's triple captained him. So whoever
Oh,
said
so
it,
isn't the commentator a liar?
I think it was made. It was designed as a joke. Yeah, we're not pressing at all. To be honest.
At all. Like literally at all.
It's like do you think he's just thought?
Oh no!
I ain't got time to teach him this. Like, what's going on?
Because it's inviting pressure.
Good
Here with another save.
Well dealt
Cleared
with.
by
Matic
Matic.
just booting it in the air. Fair enough.
We're
I
all
suppose.
over the place a bit, aren't we?
Yeah, it was just shit. We can't hold the ball. We can't create anything. We're not pressing. We're not winning the ball back. We're sitting back and letting them have the ball, which is not what anyone expected to be
Do
seen.
you think what he's trying to do
6 games
is
in.
soak it up, and then because they're playing 3 at the back, nick him on a quick counter before?
Maybe
the
that
front
was the
four.
best chance we had. I know it never actually materialised into a chance, but was it
Do you reckon that's his
Sancho, Ronaldo?
game? See, they almost
See
made a
that?
mistake, but he
There you go.
couldn't- Right,
There we go.
Sancho, we go now. No one's moving
the ball,
for him
keep the ball.
though.
Just keep it for a bit. Don't. I know you.
No one's moving for him. It's annoying.
It's a great ball.
He's done well though. Holding the ball a bit now.
Play it about for a bit now. Just get a feel of the ball.
Yeah.
So you've not had that for 19 minutes.
No, we haven't. We've barely held on to the ball at all. It's a bit more.
Wan-Bissaka
Whereas-
1v1 on the right.
We'll do all right here because he
Good
does.
cross. Oh,
Just over Ronaldo.
Sancho with a bit of
Take
space.
him on then.
go on, lad.
He's had a shot, but straight at the defender. And they're hooking it away now. Hopefully we can keep a bit of possession here. Varane just boots it because he's pressured. See this thing, they've got a throw in. What 10 yards up from their corner flag now? Now if we're not seeing a press
Box
here,
them.
when are we going to see one? Decent
Pepper
cross,
that
from,
box.
decent
Bad
cross
ball.
from Wan-Bissaka, just a bit too much on it. Sancho goes for that quick shot, doesn't he? He wants it sort of on the half step.
Yeah.
Straight at the defender.
What I was
blame him
thinking was
there.
going to happen then was that he was going to score that, and my prediction for the 1-0 Sancho goal would have come to
Yeah,
fruition.
that crossed my mind as well.
It would have been lovely.
So we have won the ball back, which is good. Varane going back towards his own goal.
Phil Jones, first 20, Joe. What
Fine.
have you made?
Nondescript, not
He had
not
that
much
one
in. Not,
shaky pass. He's
Yeah.
done things very, very simple so far,
yeah,
I think.
gone under the radar as I would have hoped. That's a bit much in it.
It's a bit ambitious.
It really was. It was only a 10-yard pass that he's fizzed at him, and he just ruined it. Shouldn't be messing up that.
Yeah, we're not really doing much, are we, United? Interestingly enough.
Been working. Their back three is working well, isn't it?
Yeah.
We seem to be outnumbered anytime we go forward, like by a lot.
Yeah, we do. We do. I suppose. Well, we attack with 4, don't we?
That's the thing, though.
But you should have their wing backs should be.
Yeah, we're not attacking with our fullbacks whatsoever. Shaw and Wan-Bissaka's gone up a bit. I haven't seen Luke Shaw past the
It's
halfway
just the
line
kind.
yet.
It's the same old thing with Wan-Bissaka though. They kind of we managed to work the ball to him, and they always leave him free because he's not got that quality on the ball, and it's not that. They're not as, it's a decent cross, but you know that he's going to try a cross, but there's not going to be a chance of him cutting inside and playing a couple of passes and stuff.
No,
It's just not the same. It's not as. It's just they're happy for him to have the ball. The cross is a 1 in 10 chance of something happening, and they're comfortable. 3 centre halves up against the 2 of Cavani and Ronaldo. However good they are in the air, they fancy the chances.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're going to see our fullbacks flying this game because they're playing 4 across the middle and 3 across the front. They've got numbers there, so I don't think we can really afford to let the fullbacks go flying. Because if we mess the ball up somehow, which was susceptible to doing in the past few games, as we've seen.
There you go. Shaw drifting inside like he did. I don't know who's that meant. Who's that?
Who's he saw there?
possibly
Who
meant
is
for?
he saw with that cross?
No
But
idea.
anyway, I don't think we're going to see the fullbacks flying as we have in previous games because, like I say, they're attacking or defending, should we say, with 7 across the front, 4 in midfield, and then 3 an attack. So it's
But at
going
the same
to
time,
be
you
a
would-
massive risk if
But
we
you would
then
hope
go.
that their back 5 would get pinned in by our front 4.
This is
which
more.
doesn't-
This like we're seeing now. That is better, and we've won the ball back again. Now
Maybe
we've got
it
to win
was
the
just
second ball here, which
sit
we
in
have.
maybe it was just sitting for 20 minutes and then go.
Maybe, yeah, because that's better there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit more of a press, win the ball
Oh,
back, poor ball from
Cavani.
Cavani. We've got to throw in. That's better. That's more like what we want to see. Maybe we just thought soak up a bit of pressure, like you said, but
Yeah.
it's a shame that we have to do that, isn't it?
Give
Although
them a
maybe that's
false
just where we
sense of
are as a
security.
team. Maybe where we are is, soak up some pressure for the first 20 minutes because this isn't a bad Wolves team.
It's a very good defensive
Yeah,
Wolves
it's a very
team.
defensively sound Wolves team. Maybe you have to do it like that, but you just hope for a bit more, don't you?
It's the hope that kills you, Joe.
Is it? I thought it was the,
Other things.
The tablets.
yeah, the sulfates in the bacon. Matic basically dropping in as a third centre back, isn't he? Yeah. So see, that is now why we're seeing a bit more forward momentum and
he's got
energy
lucky.
from
Go on.
the fullbacks.
Oh, that's
shocker.
so
See, that's
bad,
the
isn't it?
It's
thing,
5 yards.
That's the thing.
It's 5 yards, and Mason
Well
Williams
done,
was
Mason
in.
Wood.
But that's the problem with Wan-Bissaka there. He goes past his man brilliantly, and then the
Well
pass
done,
to
Luke Shaw.
Mason Greenwood, which is a 5-yard sideways pass, he overhits by 10 yards.
Luke Shaw in the centre mid role,
That's no good.
winning the ball back, and then McTominay just lost it. You cannot string 5 passes together in the final third.
I hate this camera, by the way. It really annoys me, especially sitting here.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Camera
Sorry about
angle.
Camera's large.
I give you the
You
offer
can
to
move
sit
it
in the
back,
middle.
actually, and zoom
You
in
said
further
no.
at some point. United just had a 5-minute spell there. Wolves are back on the ball now. I just want us to get a goal or make a chance or something. Play the ball in the box.
We've not had a
with
real
some
clear.
danger.
The
Neither
best we
team
had,
had
the
a
best
clear
we had
chance.
was the Sancho breakaway that just didn't result in anything.
Yeah, I mean they haven't made any chances either. They've had a good shot or two from the edge of the box, but they're not. It's not like they're.
What's
breaking
going on
us
with
down.
5-yard passes
I
here?
don't know.
It's
Across the
usual,
pitch.
Usual United at the minute.
Yeah, our short passing's woeful, isn't it, compared to the other.
I don't
top
understand. Professional football make a 5-yard pass
teams. Yeah, I don't.
from Wan-Bissaka to McTominay to Sancho. Phil Jones has a pass because he's not played in 2 years.
Yeah, literally. Comfortable again, really. Isn't it?
No, but
He's gone for the near post shot.
It's
for
one of
Dents.
them that you don't know whether he's seen it till late.
Yeah, Paddock with a shot of the near post. De Gea goes down to his. I think he would have been off. No, he's probably on.
Maybe.
De Gea would have. De Gea, yeah, like I said, the only way that would have got past him is if he's just not paying attention, or he's glancing across the box to see what's going on in the back post. But he's comfortable, really. Tried to catch him off guard.
Come on,
Again, at least they're coming out with shots at the end of their moves. We're getting, a block cross or running it out for a goal kick. We need a bit more. Just slow on the ball, aren't we?
Greenwood
That's
go for cut the ball.
When they win that, well done, Cavani.
Took it down lovely.
He did, but he relied on them passing it to McTominay.
Oh, one of yours,
Too
come
slow,
on.
man. That's too slow. Well done,
for
Varane.
Varane.
That's
Ooh,
too slow,
Philip.
McTominay there. Just wants too long on it. That's the difference. I know we keep going back to it, but you watch the other top teams playing against each other, the speed that they play and the runs in behind, the short runs. Someone comes short, someone runs into the gap that's left by him. I think it was Liverpool's first goal yesterday. One of the goals, anyway.
Come on, Mason.
They're playing the ball around the halfway line.
That's a foul.
Someone runs
We'll have
close
that,
to the
ref.
ball, and then someone goes in behind and fills the gap that was left by dragging their player close to the ball. You just pass it through him, and now you've got your attacking midfielder running straight, unmanned on their defence. We never do that. We don't have that quickness, that thought. And you just
Nice
play
ball.
again. You're just playing up to a lump of players. Ronaldo's scuffing it on the half turn with his left foot from 25 yards
A
out.
bobbled shot.
It's not the same, is it?
No, and I think that's due to one, of course, the quality that those two teams have in abundance in each position in the entirety of the 11 they were both playing with, and they had players out yesterday.
Yeah, but
which is
man for man.
worrying.
These teams aren't that much better than United's. They're not.
No, but it's different, isn't it? If you compare, the easy one would be you compare Chelsea's to ours. N'Golo Kante is the best defensive midfielder in the world.
It's the midfields.
The midfield battles every time.
Yeah, the midfield,
midfield
is
is
good.
And
the
in our
Wolves.
midfield, we just lost it and gifted the ball to Wolves, and they've had another pants shot.
Pants.
It's lucky that they're
Pants.
rubbish
So here's the lineups
going
then.
forward.
Mendy, I would toss of a coin with De Gea. De Gea's had a better career, but Mendy, Chalobah, a full fit
Young
United, he
stuff.
doesn't get in. Thiago Silva, 37, decent player. Rudiger,
He gets in over
good
Maguire.
player,
I
probably
think.
gets in.
Yeah,
Azpilicueta, good.
he gets in over Wan-Bissaka
Yeah.
and Delo.
Kante and Kovacic,
Oh, with McTominay and Fred.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
by a long way.
Alonso, I don't think over an informed Luke Shaw. Alonso, I don't think.
I don't think
gets in
Alonso's
over him.
that good.
And then Mason Mount, I wouldn't swap Sancho for him. Pulisic wouldn't swap Bruno, Rashford, or Greenwood for him.
I think it's just the sum of everything. I think, again, midfield makes a massive
The midfield
difference.
is the key thing, isn't it?
Having that midfield, you can have
You can have a
slightly
go at it.
worse, maybe. centre forwards or attackers.
And Tuchel makes him an oiled machine. It's a
That's
great
good.
ball from.
It's just
Don't
a bit
hit
too
it
much
again. And then Havertz up front. Obviously, you wouldn't swap him for Ronaldo or Cavani.
Just, he's saying it's that much.
Yeah. They just played the ball so much faster. That was the thing I noticed. And maybe it's just confidence in a system that we haven't quite developed yet.
Don't forget they've had 18 months for Tuchel to get to grips
Well, I
with
think, but again, it's confidence in midfield. I think in everything is they keep the ball better, and also the work rate and how good they are defensively. It gives you confidence in your fullbacks to go forward and do more. And you've seen the positions that Alonso was getting in yesterday that Luke Shaw maybe doesn't do because he's not sure that Matic is going to have the legs to cover him and all this kind of stuff. And I think there's a bit of everything. Same thing with Liverpool. I think that the positions that Alexander-Arnold and that Tsimikas were getting in, because you've got the likes of Milner and Fabinho and Henderson doing all the work for you, makes a massive difference. And I think we're just lacking that either functional midfield. I think we used to be quite a functional midfield. I think it's not quite functional enough, and it's not got the quality to do either or, really.
Yeah. These teams have a plan and energy we don't. That's from Steven Rasmussen. McTominay's been a joke. I don't think he's been that bad, but it's just not.
It's not a joke. I mean,
none of them have been great
in
the first half hour out there, let's be honest.
And again, I think the other thing we don't ever take into account is that the other team have been playing all right. I think that was the thing about the Newcastle game. We were poor. We gave the ball away. The Newcastle were very good in what they pressed and everything they did.
Yeah.
But we give them that, though. I think we give them the confidence to go and press us because we were absolutely pants on the ball in everything that we did, in terms of moving it quickly, in terms of going to second balls, in terms of trying to find Ronaldo, who's making run after run after running behind. No one found him. No. Dalot found it. I think attempted to find him once out of everyone. Yeah. So we made Newcastle look mint in that game, which is why it was a completely different game.
I think Wolves have been good so far as well.
Wolves have been decent.
Right. Like, it's not they've.
But we still, just like you were saying, the short passing. Like Philip Lopez here, member for 14 months of the Super Chat, said we just keep giving the ball away. We couldn't hit water if we fell out of a boat. This is crazy. That's the thing. It's the short passing that I don't understand. Like open man passing with 5-10 yard stuff where at any level you get a bollocking for getting wrong.
Did he not do rondos in training? Did he not?
Yeah, well, they do all the time, don't they? Obviously. But that's the thing I don't get. The short, quick passing is just slower than the other top teams and just way more inaccurate. The amount we give the ball away is unbelievable.
I think Rangnick's touched on this a couple of times. He said, training, we've looked good. He said, there's just something about when we step on the pitch and actually doing it, it kind of not falls apart, but the passing goes. He said, I've not seen it. Even he's not seen it in training. Maybe is it a nerves thing? Is it whatever it is? These players just don't seem to do it on the pitch.
You see this though? I think this is why it is right now. Sorry to interrupt you, Al, but right there, Matic had dropped into another centre half position. Yeah. Scott dropped into our final third, and there's a you're talking 10 metre, 15 metre gap between the defensive line and the forward line. That's why they're giving the ball away so much. Because
it's a shit pass again. Mason Greenwood way over hitting a pass, 15-yard pass out to Wan-Bissaka. The passing accuracy is just
it's the distance between them. The distance between them is so big.
Like that terrible. What are you doing? Just flicking the ball around the corner when you're flicking the ball with no real control of it to a man that's marked. If you're playing the ball into a man that is marked, it has to be spot on because otherwise the other man just gets it. You can't just flick it around the corner and hope that that's going to be enough.
Is it more, like we've mentioned there, the fact, obviously the limitations in midfield, but you're playing with Sancho, who's a winger. You're playing with Mason, who's a forward in these inside 10 positions. Is it more that they're not as comfortable as much as it is you've not got... Because like you said, the gap's ridiculous.
Well, find a pass here. Fucking hell, Edison, you've got 5 seconds to find someone.
Got away with that big time.
Massively got away with it. If you come short, you go past the first man. Don't try and go after another man. Just pass it.
Matic has done well so far.
Yes, now pass it and keep the ball. Keep the ball. If you keep the ball but you do it quickly, you're going to make space by default because you drag people in and you move the ball away from them. We just take too long to do something that's obvious 3 seconds ago. Luke Shaw now just slowing the game down. Just get the ball in the box.
I know, but he's putting in the box there to Cavani, who's up against 4 or 5.
But he is, but the defenders have got time to stand with Cavani, get set, get ready, because it's take a touch, look up, and then the third time we make the pass. If you hit that first time, the defender might not be right up Cavani's arse. That's the thing. It's not instinctive at the minute. It's so far and so considered that everything has to be thought about and done, and you stood there, you see the cogs turning. Who am I passing it to? Who am I passing it to? Nothing feels
It should be like this. It should be like
Yeah.
that straight away. Keep going, keep
should
going,
be.
keep going. There should be consistent movement, and I know that's why he's playing free roaming 10s as opposed to them playing wingers. Because if Greenwood and Sancho were playing as wingers in a flat 4-4-2, you'd see him hugging the touchline, but they're not.
Yeah.
They're coming inside quicker.
Yeah, it's a tricky role to play, but that doesn't. Again, though,
But they're
that doesn't
professional
excuse the inaccuracy of short passes.
No, and they're not exactly in. It's not like we're saying Sancho's trying to play left back or
No.
Sancho's trying to play at full back, at right back. They're playing in near enough the exact same positions they play for club and country.
Yeah,
Except they're just a tiny bit
good drive forward there
inverted.
from Jones.
They shouldn't be
Wan-Bissaka.
struggling. You heard a shout. Again,
Two poor passes back to back. Wan-Bissaka plays the ball behind everyone. Cavani plays the ball in front of Ronaldo. I know
Phil Jones
these aren't
again.
easy passes. Good stuff from Phil Jones. Now play it short. Faster!
He's turning
Here we
around
go,
looking where do I
Mason.
go.
Come on then now.
Oh,
He's managed to. Oh, he almost bobbled
I thought he
through
got.
there.
Yeah, I thought he got through then. Good.
This
Good.
is
Better.
This is better. More penetrative. But again, it's these when the pass is slightly difficult, we just get it wrong. 2 in a row there. Wan-Bissaka and then Cavani back to back, just behind the man, just behind the man.
And how many times have you said that already?
I know. Not to try and pick at every problem and constantly whinge. I try to be optimistic as much as I can, but the whole thing of learning the system, working hard, just fucking find 10-yard passes. Shouldn't be this difficult time and time and time again.
But that's the thing, though. You can have the optimism. The pre-game optimism is always going to be there because you're going against Wolves, and it should be a game on paper that Manchester United win.
Yeah.
But you watch.
See, what is that? Why are you playing that? Why are you playing and open your body up, volley, first time, across the pitch, Aaron Wan-Bissaka? You know you can't make that pass. And you give them the ball on the halfway line and Ronaldo fucking does his best to play him through. What are we doing? And there's the fucking... That should have been the goal.
days.
He's offside and he's put it far of the near post. But that starts with Aaron Wan-Bissaka playing, opening his body up and playing a 30-yard volley into the fucking sky for them to get the ball from. Then Ronaldo thinks he's fucking whoever, thinks he's Ronaldo, and heads the ball back straight to Jimenez. What are we doing? It's such basic stuff.
So played well, have we?
We've been great since you left, Alex, yeah.
Sounds like.
Just stupidity.
So this is what we were just saying.
Like, the thing is, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, you don't, again, as I say about everyone, you don't have to be perfect at everything, but know your limitations. You cannot make that pass. For him, that is a 1 out of 10 pass.
You taught that in Sunday League. If you're unsure about the pass, don't just oof it and take a swing at it, aiming it in the middle of the park.
Yes.
Because if you scoop it, like he did then, it goes straight to someone who's in an advantageous position on their side who can break. What happened? That exactly happened. And then Ronaldo thought he had Hulk strength in his neck to try and head it back to De Gea.
Yeah.
Playing everyone else on side.
When the only person that between our defence and the goal is 2 Wolves attackers. So if he underheads that, no defender can help him. Which is what he did do. Luckily, there was just enough on it that Jimenez couldn't shoot first time.
And he was offside.
Well, it wouldn't have been from the Ronaldo header.
The Ronaldo header wouldn't be offside, yeah.
If he puts any less on that, that's a 2-on-1 onto the goalkeeper. It's that stupidity that gives opposition teams confidence as well. Do you know you're saying before about teams having good games against us? And there definitely is some of that. But at the same time,
It's more us.
we
I think
had
it's
all
more
the ball
us.
for the last 10 minutes, and then you do 2 stupid things in 10 seconds, and now all of a sudden Wolves have got the tail up again.
It's not good. Who do you want to win the Carabao Cup, Joe?
Who's still in it?
Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal, Liverpool.
Fucking hell. A real absolute rack of shit, that
Sadly, I probably want Chelsea to win. Just 'cause
Chelsea,
they're-
Tottenham, yeah, Chelsea probably. Because they win stuff. Tottenham
don't want
have done it
Arsenal
10 years.
or-
I don't want
that.
Arsenal, because Arsenal won't shut back
Or
for 10
Liverpool.
years.
We'll have to hear how we should have got Conte if Tottenham win it.
Yep.
I don't want Liverpool to win anything. And Arsenal can fuck off as well. Yeah, Chelsea, please.
Yeah. Sad that, innit?
It is.
Spoiling other
4
things.
good teams, though, left in that. Usually there's often
There's always a spanner in the
Man
works,
City
isn't
are
there?
playing,
Well-
Cheltenham in the semi-final usually. Because they got knocked out. That other team didn't manage to get through this year. Now
West
Wolves
Ham
are-
boxed us. West Ham knocked us both out, didn't they? Both
Yeah.
Manchester clubs.
And who knocked them out?
Tottenham.
Did they?
Spurs, yeah.
Too long on the ball. See, is it a coincidence that United had all the possession for 10 minutes, and then Wan-Bissaka thinks he's Paul Scholes, and Ronaldo thinks he's his head is a fucking traction engine, and then Wolves have had the ball ever since because we've shit ourselves and Wan-Bissaka's giving fouls away.
It's going nowhere.
Miles Van Eaton with a super chat. He said, damning thing to be said so far is that we expected Jones to stick it out for the wrong reasons. He hasn't. He's been all right, Phil
I
Jones.
think Jones has been pretty good.
He's carried the ball forward. He's done all right.
I mean, looking at those results, 0-0 for 37 minutes isn't surprising, is it?
No, it's not.
And we've not.
It's not a lot of goals in these fixtures.
Wolves. It's not. I'm not.
Have you? I mean, have we? When was the last time we played well against Wolves? I don't remember a game.
No, we don't tend to.
And we play them 14 times a year, don't we? As well.
Yeah. Since they've come back up from the championship, I don't think there's been more than one goal in any of the games.
Oh, why can we not win a header?
Either way.
Did you hear Gary Neville yelping on the commentary yesterday?
Yeah,
like
good
this
stuff.
horrible little.
That's what he's there for,
he made.
Isn't it? Lenny Daff says, "Can you ask Jordan if that is the pot of greed on his t-shirt?"
Yes, it is. Yes, if you can just see that there. Yes, it is.
Good.
It's from a card game.
What card
that was an
game?
anime when we were quite young, called Yu-Gi-Oh.
Why are you saying it like no one's heard of Yu-Gi-Oh before?
Why you just go?
Because some people might not have, because a lot of people might not know what it is.
Yeah, but then go backwards. You go Yu-Gi-Oh, and we go, oh, what's that, Jordan? And then go backwards instead of going something from
it's a card
quite
game.
long ago called Pokemon that you've never.
Well, everyone knows Pokemon, don't they? In the comparison,
It's a card game.
in a
that you might not have
comparison,
heard of. It's
different.
called a deck of cards.
It's called.
It's called poker.
But yes,
very
yes,
nice.
it is. Yes, it is.
And I know this is another thing. I'm not just trying to be on the annoyed bandwagon all day today, but we said this the other game. I think it was me and you, or maybe it was me and Ange talking about it. United, it's like we've been told, just so you know, when the ball's in the air, you can't make an accurate pass with your head, so just head it in any direction as hard as you possibly can. Like McTominay was doing it. Shaw just did it then. The ball's up in the air. When did it become unfashionable to just nod it down to someone? Every time we head the ball, it's fucking bang it up as hard as we can.
Here we go.
Like, you can't make a pass with your head, like players have been doing for 100 years. For some reason, it's just, as soon as the ball goes above our chest, we lose our shit. I don't understand it. Can't pass the ball
Just
with
not
our head.
very good at headering in it.
It's not hard to pass the ball with your head, though, is it? Or take it down on your chest occasionally. It's like we've got no confidence. I wonder, it must just be the pressure getting to him or
A few
something.
more games of head tennis.
Yeah. Anyway, Varane spoons it out to Wan-Bissaka.
Ambitious.
He's ambitious.
Who didn't win the ball?
And then there's
Holden
no
Scott.
one to win the second ball. He's going to get booked, isn't
McTominay?
he? Yeah.
So
Probably
easy.
should have done
That's
then.
so easy. So easy. Martino's like 35 and he's running rings round them both.
On the left.
It's a
That's
deft
lovely
little
chip
flick,
into
that.
the box. And it's a corner. Well, it's a goal kick,
Goal
actually.
kick.
Mike Dean there. Have you seen him? Pointing to the... It's a goal kick, mate. Calm down.
Yeah.
He loves it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Devane says, or Devan, Scott says, it's much more than a card game, lol. Talking about you. It's a way of life, man.
I've still got loads of cards at home,
And
anyway.
then someone else said, it is a card game.
It is
So,
a card
you
game.
know,
It's a cracking card game. The anime is even greater. Only the first one, though.
poor ball
you're
from
getting
5-yard ball from Ronaldo. Can't make him.
All this new shit, 5Ds, all this
What?
pendulum crap. It's all
What?
it's all card game lingo. It's all a load of rubbish.
Felt very old.
It's all a load of rubbish.
Felt really old then.
Oh, I'm only like 5 years.
No, I know,
younger
but
than
you said those things, and it's not like I'd heard of them in just that. Nothing registered whatsoever.
Nah, it's all a load of rubbish.
That's good.
Sort of like this first half.
You ever had a Chivas and soda, Joe?
No.
Okay.
Have you?
No, absolutely not.
United are sponsored by. United are always sponsored by weird people, aren't they? We're never sponsored by. Like,
Casillero del Diablo.
Yeah.
As the red wine has been there for ages. Remember that advert? That poorly acted advert with Wayne Rooney and Evra
poorly
and
acted. How
Giggs.
dare you?
Well,
That was at the
You've seen it,
Sundance
haven't you?
Festival, that advert. It won Best in Show.
the boss said that a new devil is arriving.
Right, find a pass. That's a good pass.
It's a
And
great
again, and
ball.
again, and again,
He's
and
gonna
again.
shoot, innit?
Cavani.
He had a lot of space to pass to Mason.
Corner.
Then.
Is it corner?
No, it's a goal kick.
Okay,
Oh, is he
cheers.
waving? No.
You saved him. Sorry, Mason. That shot was pants.
That was a bit. It's a great ball from Luke Short.
DB Cooper.
One more.
Look at the space
for
there.
Mason.
It's the wrong decision.
DB Cooper asking a similar question to when he asked, what can a PlayStation 5 do for me? He says, "Hey Jordan, I'm not familiar with you Yogi-O. What can it do for me?" Like he's on the phone to a call centre all the time. What can your life insurance do for me? What can it do for him?
Well, what are you looking for in a card game?
Enrich your
Is he
life.
looking for excitement? Is he looking for twists? Or is he looking for a simple deck of cards that you can get anywhere? 'Cause if you want that, you go and get a simple deck of cards anywhere. If you want excitement and a bit of, competitive nature,
Right.
you go to your
Look what United
your
have done
local
to us.
Forbidden Planet, which is a card-based shop in Manchester, and
What
you
is
go
the
and
most
ask
forbidden
them.
planet?
What?
Mercury.
Mercury, bro.
Fucking red hot in it.
No, it's on Oldham Street.
Oh, my mistake.
Stand him.
Oh, actually,
Well
I
done,
heard about
Varane.
a planet the other day where the wind blows this planet summer. The wind blows sideways at like
Planet Summit?
5,000 miles an hour.
So it
And the
could
wind
be-
is full of glass.
Nice.
So that's probably a pretty
What
forbidden
homeless
planet, isn't
person
it?
did you hear that off after he tempted you to give him like £2?
Angelos. Christian Borjas.
What a name.
Thank you. Wait, not that name. I don't know why I said
Why are you
thank you.
saying thank you?
Says, I play DPE pendulums, lol. I hope that's not like a sex act.
Yeah, so do I.
Do you?
DPE pendulums.
it?
No, I hope it's not an act of
Okay.
that
MU
nature.
fan says, bring Ollie back.
I miss him.
I miss him. I miss the
don't
good
think
old
it's like
days. The good,
Under Louis Van Gaal.
decent old days,
Had
anyway.
4 shots.
Yeah, we've been outshot by 3-1
Oh, he's missed it.
and 4-1 on the shots on target. They've had more shots in the box than us. They've had more chances than us. They've had more shots
They've
than
been
us.
better. They have been
than
better.
us. Yeah. Don't know
Play like
what's
this against
happening.
a City or a Liverpool, as we saw
I mean,
this season already, we're going to get torn to pieces.
oh,
They're through here.
Stand him.
Luckily.
defending Luke Shaw.
Just managed to get the ball back off him.
Don't let him shoot.
Someone!
Oh, pass it.
Doing the best.
Well done, Phil.
Jones.
Hey, I tell you what,
That's incredible.
Philip
Well done,
Anthony
Phil.
Jones
Really good
had a
defending there.
fantastic game so far.
I mean, yeah, no irony, sarcasm,
No,
anything.
no,
He's been
yeah,
good, Phil
he's
Jones.
I think he's
This
been
is
brilliant.
This is really good defending here.
You wouldn't think he's been out for 708 days, would you?
He looked lost.
He did for a second.
He looked
and then he
Yeah, but for a
regained.
second, he looks lost
Stayed
every
with his
time. You
man.
seen the facials he pulls?
Good defending.
What was that noise?
That wasn't me. That was behind the camera, that.
Good defending. Phil
Was
Jones
it?
gets a good block
Why
in.
did it
Well,
feel like
me?
it sounded like it came from over there?
He did, yeah. Did you ever have it? Were you watching a TV show? Or you watching it, listen to a podcast, and one sec, corner in for Wolves?
Oh.
I don't know where it is.
Clear it in.
Ooh.
And on the show, someone's phone goes off, and you think it's your phone, and you have to rewind the show to double check it wasn't yours. I thought there was a burglar in my house whose phone had gone off the other day because I was watching a YouTube video and I heard ding. I was like, he's in the hallway. So I had to rewind it. And I was shitting it.
Another corner.
Another corner. Deck Roberts. Well, actually, I'll start the half time with that super chat because it's good, good stuff, and we need to discuss it. But it's another corner to Wolves, who have been the better side in the first half. I don't think United have been as abject as they were against Newcastle, but they aren't putting any pressure on.
good.
We don't look like we're going to score. We're being outplayed by Wolves. But I think we're being outplayed by a better team than we were outplayed by against Newcastle. Is my only point. Another
Again!
chance for Neves, and it's blocked this time.
Oh, but again,
they won
Neves
the
having all this
ball
space
after.
on the edge of
Oh,
the box.
ball
He's so
again.
far
Surely.
offside, it's mental. He's so far
I
offside,
don't know
it's
if it
ridiculous.
is. It'll be another corner if it's not
He
offside.
is offside.
It is offside.
So far offside.
I
But
hate
again,
that
how
one.
are these not learning? Ruben Neves has scored banger after banger consistently for like 4 seasons. He
And there
scored
he
it
is.
against us. And look, he's got about 15 yards of space on the edge of the 18. It's an absolute joke.
It is miles off.
I hate this rule of even though it's clearly
clear.
obvious,
Just
that
play-
offside,
just-
they're
yeah.
not allowed to. Just stop it.
Phil Jones has got to be fucking knackered, you know. Got to be knackered.
Fair play to him.
Yeah.
Think he comes off?
He's been good.
Even if he's playing well, do you think he just comes off because of
What, put Matic back there?
No,
don't he?
I don't think he does. No.
just
think he
fitness
might.
wise?
That yawn was a... There we go. Ronaldo. Come on, keep the ball, man.
Oh, he fell over.
He falls over. And it's half
Are you saying penalty, Cristiano?
I think he
Calm
was
down,
asking for a
mate.
corner.
That movement then sums up the first half. Done it.
What, he fell over?
He's tried to do a step. Oh, he's tried to do a step over, and then fell over.
Yeah,
again.
I mean, I'm not just saying this to be facetious or anything. Phil Jones has probably been our best player in that half, and that says something. The fact that
Did you think
not that it's Phil
in
Jones,
2022 you'd hear that?
and
phrase?
I'm not even just saying that.
No,
He's been
no.
good on the ball. He's brought the ball out defensively, putting in last ditch challenges there, and far from it being a huge compliment to Phil Jones, the fact that our best players have to be our centre backs again. Have to be our defenders again because we can't build the ball up. We can't make short passes, 5, 6, 7-yard passes. Deck Roberts with a super chat. Our passing is so slow. Look at Chelsea, Liverpool, and City's passing. It's 2 steps ahead. You don't expect them to pass where they do, but with us, you know exactly where we're passing. That's another thing. We're never unpredictable. And the amount of times there where on the ball, and I keep saying it, we get the ball, we take 3 touches, and from the first touch, the pass that he's made after the 4th touch was on. And we look up, and we make the obvious pass. Make the first pass quickly. Like, we just do obvious passes 3 touches later than they need to be done. It's so frustrating watching us, isn't it?
Very, very, very frustrating. It's just.
What are your thoughts on that?
It's been a bit of a. Again, I think Wolves have played well, so you got to give them a little bit of credit.
Yeah.
But just I don't know what it is. Whether it is is it a Matic and McTominay issue where they're just not moving it quick enough. The front two I think their movement's been all right, but I'm just not sure about that. I'm still surprised that we're doing this 4-2-2. This having these inside forwards, and I like Jadon Sancho in there. I think because he drifts inside well and does that and links up quite well. I'm just not sure about Mason and just feel like there's just a massive gap there. And then you're relying on your fullbacks to doing it. I'm not sold on Wan-Bissaka. I wasn't sold on him in the Burnley game, and I think the fact we scored 3 quick goals kind of made up for all that. Luke Shaw, I think, has been okay. But at the same time, it's just not... If you are expecting your fullbacks to be more creative, if you are going to be doing it, I think that you've got to look at having Delo in there. You've got to look at having Tellez in there, because now you're relying then more on your midfield again.
Yeah.
And we know our limitations there. And again, we mentioned before the game about McTominay being inconsistent. He's gone back to kind of his similar ways again. Too long on the ball, not being able to dominate physically as well. Maybe there's a little bit of looking behind us at the centre half. Maybe there is a bit of, we're going to sit back and protect Phil Jones a little bit. Well, but it's just a bit poor going forward as well.
There's a good point here from Tommy McCartney. He says with the super chat, thank you if you get your super chats in. He says, in theory, 4-2-2 sounds nice, but reality, it plays like a 4-2-4. Having Scott constantly outnumbered in midfield isn't a formula for success. And I think that's the nuances of this formation aren't understood by United yet, and that's very clear because, like he says there, the amount of times when Matic has dropped in deep, McTominay is the next line, and then you've got Sancho, Ronaldo, Cavani, Greenwood in front of him. You don't. Shaw and Wan-Bissaka aren't pushing up enough to be, sort of horizontal outlets. It's basically, like he says, McTominay with 4 men in front of him. They don't feel like people are dropping short. It doesn't feel like we're building up play very well. It just feels like we don't understand what we're meant to be doing.
Isn't it weird though how it worked? Again, it was only half an hour against Palace, but it seemed like they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
For the first game on the run, you went, they know what they're doing here. They're doing this right, and maybe we're just clouding it, and maybe it wasn't that good. But it felt like the pressing as a unit, it was doing it right. It looked right.
And that was after one training session.
And then it just seems like the Norwich game, the Newcastle game, this game, even the Burnley game at times, seems to resorted back to how we were, just in a slightly different formation.
Yeah, the willingness to impress a new manager and that feeling you get like the new boss, the new friend, the new girlfriend, whatever it is, that everyone knows that feeling. It lasted for 30 minutes.
But it also seems like it's not like they're trying it and it failing. It seems like we're doing something completely different again.
Yeah.
It feels like that first game where we were pressing as a unit and doing that. Now maybe we don't get readouts of stats of the physical and stuff like that. Maybe they did it and just went, you lads can't do this. Right. That's taxed you completely. You're all fucked afterwards. We can't do that again. Maybe that was the reason he's just kind of gone, for a while, look, we're going to have to sit back a bit and do that. We don't know that. But it's just weird how it seemed to work then. We're all giddy and excited. This is how it's going to be. It seems to have resorted back to type where we're kind of in between pressing, sitting back. We're not kind of organised enough. Again, and I just don't get it. It's just a bit very, very strange.
I think based off what we've seen so far is that we're complaining, like you say, that Scott's got almost just 4 men to try and aim at when he's got 2 players pressing him in the middle of the park, and that's why it's a reason contributing why our passing has been so pants in this game. What I think needs to change now is that this game is currently crying out for a little bit of glue between midfield and attack, a Donny van der Beek, a Bruno Fernandes, a player like that, sacrifice someone
in the middle of the park.
Sacrifice someone in that front four, whether it be a number 9 or one of the wingers. I think maybe right now it's looking at either Sancho or Cavani. I think.
See, I'd have say Greenwood. I think just because of, I like what Sancho brings to us at the minute. I think I think he fits that role well. I think him and Luke Shaw kind of work well together. I'd say Greenwood, not because I think he's had a bad game or anything, but I also think at this moment in time, and again, I think Ollie kind of drifted into this towards the end of it as well. When we're not playing well, it's very tough to take off a Cavani and Ronaldo because it feels like they can be the ones that nick a goal for you.
Even on that point, though, I think Greenwood has probably been the best out of the four of him in terms of the link-up play that he's had on the right-hand side, how he's been getting involved, how he's been taking players on. I don't think taking him off would be the right thing to do, and I'd rather take off one of them, one of the other three, for a connecting midfielder to sort of give something in that, make a bridge between midfield and attack, because it's just so, and the distance between them is just so disgusting right now. As we said before when we were playing in the first half,
but it's just
Matic is dropping in, right? He's dropping into a defensive role, almost like a third centre half, leaving McTominay himself to try and find four guys who were so far up.
Yeah,
you're talking 15 metres between them, and that's contributing to why we're not passing, why there's no fluidity in midfield. Get someone who can connect the two on. Yeah, maybe Bruno will try the spectacular pass every single time he's got the ball, but at least he'll make it. Maybe one every 5.
He's capable of doing that.
Between McTominay and Matic, it's not going to happen. Something needs to change now, where it's either Bruno or Donny. Bring one of them into the middle of the park to connect that midfield into attack.
The other thing is, like you said, Alex, and you're right in saying the thing with Cavani and Ronaldo is they can get you a goal out of nowhere. That's what we're relying on. And that's what we've relied on for 6 months, or since 5 months since the start of the season. The only reason players are on the pitch or staying on the pitch, or you think, let's not sub him off, not because they're good, not because they're playing well, not because they're building play up, not because they're creating chances, not because they're going past their man. It's because we think who's the most likely to be able to nick us something despite playing badly. That's been every game this season. We've got through the Champions League group stage by having the most he can nick a goal player in history in Cristiano Ronaldo. We've got a few goals here and there with Bruno. With Rashford playing balls in behind, with Ronaldo in the league. But basically, every performance isn't who's the best players to control a game, to create chance after chance, to dominate teams. It is, no, leave him on because he can nick a goal despite how bad we're playing. When is that going to change?
I don't know, but it's worrying that it's now 2 sets of coaching. It's not just one manager that's got these lads and gone. It's 2 sets of coaching staff, completely different, that have come in and gone.
Yeah, because you can't blame McKenna and Carrick for this now.
You can't blame McKenna. You can't blame this and the favouritism and all this kind of stuff. They're now looking at these guys and going, "This is my best chance. Keep them 4 on the pitch, and something will happen." Like, is it something that they're doing? And again, that's maybe not even a praise to that front 4. It's probably a dig at everyone else, kind of thing, that they can't get something together. That doesn't mean that we have to leave on people that aren't playing particularly well.
I'm not saying that Ole was a great tactician that none of us could see, because I don't. When you're ranking his qualities, in-depth tactic wasn't in the top 3. He was a good manager. He was pretty good in the transfer market. He was very good at motivating his players. They were his main things. He understood Manchester United better than any manager we've had since Sir Alex, without a question of a doubt. But now you bring a manager in who tactics is his thing. He set up the tactics. He pioneered the tactics that Tuchel and Klopp are using to win Champions Leagues year after year and Premier Leagues. And yet we still look like a team that is being managed by a manager that doesn't have any tactics. It's still vibes. It's still individual brilliance. All these things that Ollie was slagged off for. Maybe he was doing a bit more than we thought. Because there's no way Rangnick sat there going, "Go out and enjoy yourself, lads." No way he's got "Live, Laugh, Love" written on a whiteboard above his head, or whatever it is people take the piss out of Ollie for. And yet we still look like a team that is instructed to go and enjoy themselves. At what point do these players have to take some responsibility of, you can't make short passes, you take too long with everything, you don't make the right runs, you're not willing to get the second balls. We're being outplayed by Newcastle, by Norwich, by Burnley. We weren't outplayed by Burnley, by Wolves. Like, we're being outplayed by bottom half teams here every single week. What we got there?
Wolves have had 15 shots against Manchester United in the first half. It is the most on record since 03-04 a visiting team has had at Old Trafford in the opening 45 minutes of Premier League game. I mean, it's a worrying thing, but also they've not had anything clear cut.
We've had more dangerous halves against us.
Yeah, we've had more dangerous ones. It's not been too bad. And again, that may be a bit more credit to how Phil Jones and Varane have played. They've kind of kept them that way. I think as a unit in terms of, even those two sitting in, that's been all right. I think they defended well as a unit, been compact and all those things. But just playing out. And again, that whole thing about the pressing and all this, and Rangnick saying we control games by winning second balls. I watching City against Arsenal the other day, and you watch City, the amount of times they win after there's been a cross come in and they don't win the header and that ball's in the air and then they win it back and then recycle it, start again. That's what he's talking about, is them winning the ball back. We put a cross in, it's been flicked over, and then McTominay wins it and we keep it and we go again. And the team that's defending is going, fucking hell, just let us out a bit.
I mean,
we don't
done
do
it to
that.
us.
Yeah,
More
where they
times than we've
win
done
that
to them.
second ball, they win that. There's no counter-attack. It's just they win it, start again, and it's another cross. And that's hard to defend against because you've just settled for one coming from this side. You've thought you got away with it. Now you've got to stop again. United don't seem to do this. The amount of times we've broke forward or sustained pressure, put a cross in, they've got to throw in and it's gone. There was a goal kick, it's gone. And that pressure's dissipated instantly.
Yeah. Alice Josh, who's been a member for 18 months, says Jones has been our best player. No cohesion whatsoever. What a shit half. We should revert to 4-2-3-1. Trussy Paul says #TeamViewer. When, where, never has the shirt sponsor been so ironic. Yeah. Not much of a team, and it's not much to view at the moment either. And the thing is as well, like you said before, Alex. Sorry, we'll just
chat away.
You mentioned about the fact that Wolves haven't been that good, haven't actually been that dangerous, and they haven't. They've been pretty good. They've not made chance after chance. De Gea's had a few saves, but a lot of their shots have been from outside the box. But the thing is, it's just another game where we aren't in control, we aren't making chances, we can't hold the ball, we can't build the ball up from the back. It's like it's not even that Wolves have been so good or that we've it's been an absolute barrage on our goal. It's just, when are we going to start controlling games? Like, what Jordan, what are your sort of expectations for the next few weeks? Because maybe we'll have a second half where we end up winning the game. That's very much possible. But this is taking longer to turn around than people maybe thought, isn't it?
The next few weeks, I'm expecting to see a lot more frustration. We're not going to be blowing away teams because we haven't done yet, maybe apart from one half in 6 games, 7 games under new management. It's not been great watching, although the results on paper would tell you otherwise, because we're looking, I think, for a 5th win in 6 games going into this game. But I just can't see the players outlasting this formation, because I don't think Rangnick is going to want to change the system, because that's what's worked for him in his entirety as a manager.
He's used 3 at the back a bit, which he might switch to. That might be the only thing that he maybe looks at, is maybe he goes, when you've got, the problem is we've only got 2 fit centre halves and one of them's Phil Jones at the moment, so trying to fit 3 in there is a very different. He may switch to that, but you're right, the players aren't going to get away with this, kind of thing.
Especially, I think, at this moment in time, there's all talk about how players need to be taking responsibility, need to be doing all of this. The fact that a new manager's coming in at the end of the season, I just hope they've got the balls to grab a player by the face and say, look, I'm sorry, you're not part of my plans, based off what I've seen over the last 6 to 12 months, even 18 months, and based off what Ralph has told us. Because Ralph's going to have the best view of him. He sees him day in, day out. And he's going up top. It's not like he's just darting, so we can just tell him one thing like Ollie did and just go, right, I'm staying out of it now. He's still in the sort of the cogs of how the club's going to manoeuvre over the next 2 years. These players who are coasting, who have been coasting over the past 18 months, you talk Wan-Bissaka, you talk McTominay at times, you talk the frustration aimed towards Fred, even Maguire. New manager coming in, you watch how that team changes. We'll financially back him. There's not a doubt that we don't have the money. They'll financially back him, and what we want to see is him going and grabbing a midfielder, going and grabbing another centre half, going and grabbing another forward. Do it all, because at this moment in time, we're relying on players being on their best form, knowing that they're inconsistent in terms of both Fred and McTominay in midfield. Yeah. We're relying on centre-halves to be fit and not to drop a clanger. Do you reckon Manchester City sit there and go, oh, I hope that Ruben Diaz doesn't drop a clanger today. I hope that Aymeric Laporte is fit enough to be on the bench because we can't trust the likes of Nathan Ake or John Stones or anything. That's the difference that these teams have.
That's different in City. City's squad is ridiculous compared to everyone else. But
even Liverpool, they made one addition in the summer, Ibrahim Konate, and they're still a well-oiled machine. They keep going and going and going because they've got that cover in defence. Yeah.
I mean,
in that talk anyway.
Looking at our chances there, they've just kind of shown them back on Sky, and it was just decision making. Jadon Sancho broke through. If he plays the right pass to Ronaldo and he gets the weight right, or even there's another way, there's a goal there. The Cavani one towards the end where he breaks forward, got to pass it, and
especially
then again Sancho when he picks up the ball, a second ball he's on the left hand side and has a shot out of nothing. Maybe he kind of keeps it and plays a better pass. We've opened them up a little bit, and there has been chances, but it's just decision making, keeping the ball. Hopefully, a better second half.
Yeah, hopefully a better second half, and obviously things take time to turn around. It took Klopp best part of 2 years to get anywhere. Tuchel's a bit more instant, but. We've seen the signs of fatigue on that team now. But you just think at some point it'd be nice to dominate a team that isn't as good as us. And it feels like at the minute we get dragged to the standard of everyone we're playing rather than being able to sort of stand above them with our own style, our own ideas, our own philosophy.
We
just do what they do. And yeah, exactly. Let's try and put 4 passes together. That's not a 4-2-4 problem. That's just a
personnel problem.
Just the amount of easy passes that are just going awry is unbelievable. Anyway, maybe a bit more optimism to start the second half. We've had our rants and our excitement and our upset now. Second half's kicked off. 45 minutes to go. No changes at half time.
I'm optimistic for subs.
Yeah, there you go. Sancho.
Go on, Jane.
One-on-one with his defender. Plays it into Ronaldo and it's not accurate. See, again, those sorts of passes are more acceptable. You're playing a pass inside the 18-yard box, it's hard to get that right. But when you've seen so many misplaced passes in the first half, every one of them brings a side.
He could have been more greedy there, I think, Sancho. Which, decision making's the thing. Good ball. Jump.
Good enough. Simba says, Joe, have you considered that maybe this is our standard? I haven't, no, because I saw under Ole multiple games, dozens of games, where we were much better than we have been for the last 6 months. Under Ole, obviously Ole, the performances under Ole were bad enough for him to get sacked in the end. So I'm not saying Ole was brilliant. What's happened? I'm saying this team, this squad, has played a lot of very good performances.
And the other thing is, you looked at some of the managers that we had in. You go, they had glimpses. Louis van Gaal had glimpses of it. It was looking better. But there was always a loss of some players. Louis van Gaal lost Di Maria and stuff after the second season and didn't really replace them with anything better. Jose's drop off. We lost the likes of Michael Carrick and Wayne Rooney and Zlatan, and the squad changed and kind of dropped off a little bit in certain areas.
Hold on.
There was no change. I'm not saying they're the better player, but you look at what we've done here. There's no players been lost here.
No.
From last season to now, there's only gameplay. We've not lost.
Team,
We've not lost one player that you kind of go, all right. Well, he was the one keeping it together. Unless it's Dan fucking James was the one keeping it all together.
Cavani's touched
he knows. He's looking at the team economy. What the fuck was that?
Morgan played to Cavani. He's like
Alex in the middle of a great rant about all the fact that these players aren't doing what they should be doing at the minute, and then Cavani's just he's caught in 2 minds. He's trying to control it and pass it and shoot because his right knee just did everything at that point.
That's
baffling. Baffling.
Another sloppy
and maybe
pass.
It's
miscontrol from Matic.
And it's
someone made a point before, and again it's.
And Scott. It's a booking in it.
It's been a talking point that has existed before he even played a minute for United. Do you look at Ronaldo and think that he's changed the way we play? Are you buying into that idea whatsoever, or do you just think it's an easy thing to say?
Look, it's easy to talk about how he's changing the way we play and everything, but we played a 4-2-3-1 the majority of the entire season last year with Cavani, who maybe did a bit more pressing than Ronaldo does. But Ronaldo has more goals.
McTominay missed the game versus Villa.
Yeah, he misses Villa. But maybe it'll be a chance for Donny or Bruno or anything.
Fuck it, it's fine.
No, it's
not. It is.
Oh, it's domestic.
FA Cup, domestic.
All right, counts.
Fantastic. Good timing, Scott. Well done.
Do you know what? I don't think it's that deep.
After 19 games, so this is our last one.
Today? Well, halfway.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that deep. It's so easy to say Ronaldo's a problem, but it's not.
Okay.
So deep. It's not that deep.
I think
Free kick to Wolves.
there's a
by
good
Ronaldo.
argument that it wasn't Ollie's plan and it wasn't the squad's plan. They were expecting it, and you know this maybe it's not confidence of a couple, and a couple haven't been able to live up to it, and you know they've been maybe overawed by him just being there and not performing. But this shouldn't be the case.
No,
you shouldn't have a great goal scorer coming to your team, and whether he demands to play or not, and it make you worse.
Yeah, but
you still should be
think
better.
about the conversation that you're talking about. You've signed a great goal scorer. Forget it's Ronaldo.
I know,
Your team has just signed a great goal scorer. Why on earth should that be hindering your team?
Yeah, it isn't, and I don't think it is.
No,
but it's a conversation that keeps.
Yeah, there's a
up, but
conversation
I don't think
in
it is
it.
hindering the team. I think like the amount of times we give the ball away far before he's anywhere near it. That's not his fault.
No,
it's not his fault. Wan-Bissaka can't trap the ball. It's not his fault. Matic and McTominay play every pass at each other's chest.
But everyone's saying, "Oh, just
Like,
blame Ronaldo because the way the style that Manchester United are playing has changed because Ronaldo's in the team." What of just performing badly at times?
Yeah.
Well, not at times, more so than not.
See, that's a
do
shocker
you think
of a pass.
do you think
from
it was
Cavani.
again? It might be a little bit of
Slow the thing down.
you know you saw Jose under, and it didn't. Obviously, they didn't do the same thing, but Jose went on that summer needing a centre half, wanting a centre half, and maybe that kind of shot from Greenwood, that talk around the midfielder and going, we're lacking, we need to get midfielder, got to get midfielder. This midfield isn't good enough, and all this kind of stuff that was said all summer. And even though you signed Sancho and a good summer, everyone going, still missing midfielder, still missing that. Maybe it's just, you know, it's leaked into everyone a bit of confidence, and, you know, the midfield's going, well, fucking hell, we're getting replaced eventually, aren't we? And centre back's going, fucking hell, them in front of us are still shit, aren't they? And Ronaldo, you know, and it all kind of linking in together, when last year it still worked otherwise. It still worked with that midfield.
Jimenez was through on goal then, was he offside?
Yeah, was
I
he
hope
surely
so.
was offside then. Surely.
But dealt with it well in the end.
Is that out?
It's nothing,
in.
is it?
No, it's nothing. Just
Just
an
a
oof.
fucking hoof down the line, like.
But look, again, just him winning that ball with no Semedo there winning the ball, no one near it.
No pressure.
And if you nick it, it's just it.
Well, why?
It
No
seems
offense to,
all over
well,
the
not
place.
even no offense. Why is Max just booting the ball 40 yards down the line?
He's on there as
Jimenez
well.
is onside, by
He's
the
well
way.
on.
Why has Max just got the
Varane
ball
knew
and
there.
just boots it down the line? Just give him possession
Varane's
back.
done well in the end to recover.
He has.
His pace.
But he's not tracked his man though, has he?
Fantastic.
No, he tried to step up and then realised that no one else was as well.
Not everyone in the Manchester United back four is of Raphael Varane's quality. Not many in the Premier League.
Stevie86H says Van der Beek must be pissed off that Jones hasn't played in 2 years and he can't get a run of games or even start.
Again,
I mean,
no,
if he was a
I
centre-back,
don't
he'd be
believe
playing.
that because it's a whole different thing entirely. The midfield that Van der Beek could be playing in is fit. They're all on the
exactly.
bench. They're not suspended. So
Yeah, and also you got to think Van der Beek's played a lot more in the last 2 years than Phil Jones has.
But
and his
when he's been
performances
fit.
hasn't warranted starting. Phil Jones is playing in this game because we have 3 first-team centre-halves out.
Yeah, exactly.
And the other one is an inexperienced youngster who's played a couple of games against a basically unimportant Champions League team
At left back.
and in a cup competition.
Yeah.
So,
What are you doing, Luke?
I just don't agree with that.
We look fucking clueless at the minute. Luke Shaw then, the ball comes to him and he's just on the 180 spin, chipping the ball into the air with his right foot, and then De Gea boots it out. We're fucking clueless. We honestly, do you know what we look like? We look like, do you know the final days of a manager before the manager gets sacked? These are the fucking Solskjaer last days performances.
Watford.
It's not quite as bad because at least we're not losing every game. But in terms of the effort and the
76
energy and the consideration of passing and moving and everything, it's brainless. All over the pitch. What you do? Just fucking chip it up. Who does that help? How are we going to score a goal if you just turn in 180, chipping the ball to their players? Matic doing the same thing 30 seconds before. De Gea doing the same thing.
It's Stoke football,
It's
isn't
just
it?
fucking stupid.
It's the Stoke rhetoric
it's
where
the
you just
football
hit
of
it.
players who don't give a shit. And whether they do or not, that's what it looks like at the minute. I can't get my head around it. It's fucking embarrassing. It's just so clueless all the time. Every pass is stupid. Right, that's a good
Great
touch there
touch.
from Mason Greenwood. Now, come on.
Oh, play it. You would. Oh my god.
And another pass that's just nowhere. It's 5 yards in front of Wan-Bissaka, 5 yards behind Ronaldo.
Go on, Wan-Bissaka, lad.
It's a corner ball.
I hope that's a
Or is
corner.
it's a goal
Otherwise,
kick?
that's
He's fucking
pathetic.
shanked it. And I feel
Has he just hit that
I don't
out?
like just having a go at
Has he
every
just hit it
misplaced
out?
pass every time. But
I don't even know what that was.
Aaron, how's that even fathomable?
He's done. He's
but
done
how's
well.
that even fathomable?
He's done well here, though. Look, he's gone past a man, and then.
Oh, it's that little thing's happened where a player's just
standing foot.
definitely touched it with his standing foot, and then he's just scooped it and gone out.
It's just not good.
I was really like annoyed at him then, but that does happen sometimes.
No, it's crap, that mate.
It is crap.
It does happen though.
got-
It,
yeah,
no, but it
yeah.
does happen.
It
I
does
do
when
feel-
you're under
I
a
hate
bit of
just being
pressure,
negative
maybe,
all
and
the
something
time.
happens. But
I hate being negative all the time.
No,
but
I
it's
hate it as
just
well.
fucking embarrassing at the minute. Look,
Never touched him. Not there. Don't do that there.
Well done, Mason. Mason's been good second half. Not another misplaced pass, please. And again, well done. There you
Better.
go.
oh,
Find a pass.
that's a foul. No.
Ball, apparently. Although we were watching it from an angle where the camera's on the floor.
It's better than that.
Oh my days. One of your.
It's better than that camera angle they do for penalties. You know the one right behind the thing now?
Yeah.
Right behind the penalty. I hate that.
Yeah, I do.
Someone being edgy. Just this. It's fine.
We need to see Bruno or Donny.
Yeah, someone.
Just
who can
someone
make
to
a
just
pass.
just bring it together.
Yeah. It's just. Tomine turns on it.
Nothing.
No one
His
on.
choice
But it's
is
nothing-
the
it's
choice
just
was
what we were
Wan-Bissaka
saying before.
or
The distance between midfield and the front four is just.
it looks like
ludicrous.
Mason's kind of meant to has looked to be dropped in there to try and help out a bit. Oh, there's a foul.
book
He'll
That's
play
a
advantage.
shot.
Yeah, no, he'll play advantage. Get there.
Well done, Phil. Kinda.
It was
Did he brought it
Matic.
back?
Booking for Luke Shaw.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Yeah, it is.
Just me, Cam, yeah. There we go. And Joe.
People saying this formation's not working. The thing is, it's not. But I don't like blaming formations and stuff generally, because with the amount of formations we've seen win leagues across Europe in the last decade, 4-2-3-1, 4-3-2-1, 4-4-2, 5 at the back, 3 at the back, like different formations can be successful.
That's another one missing.
You know,
Yeah, they do miss the Premier League game against Aston Villa. It just popped.
there's loads
Missed
of
the
problems.
Premier League game.
But it's not just the formation, is it?
So there's two that aren't playing against Villa in the Premier League.
Shaw and McTominay.
Predicted 11's getting
mean,
easier.
I don't think we'll miss
Well,
Shaw.
maybe we'll finish top of the predicted 11 table end of the season.
That's my only goal for the year.
There you go, ball out to
It's my 2022
Martial.
resolution.
Yeah, for
Get more
Wolves.
predicted 11.
Bruno
right.
getting
So I
ready
don't
to
think
come
Wolves
on.
have had a shot second half, but United aren't either.
Positives in it.
Yeah.
You
Mason had one.
desperately try to look for positives.
Can you count Wan-Bissaka's cross the shot? It kind of went out.
No.
Well done.
No. And
He's done
what
well
are we
there,
doing?
Greenwood. Made some space for Cavani by running
He's
into their
been
player.
absolutely decked. There we go. Can we keep the
Looks
ball?
like he's
Up
hurt
you
himself.
get.
Greenwood's
No,
on
up
the
you
floor.
get.
Shaw chips it up to Ronaldo. Straight through to the
we
goal.
left
Even
that
then,
last
we
minute.
can't even get a little bit of luck where there's no communication between that centre half and goalkeeper.
Burnside is back with a super chat. Thank you very much. Says Shaw horrendous, fake defending. Sancho doing more 1v1 defending than him. They're targeting that side. Why wouldn't you? Shot for Wolves and it's hit
Block
Luke Shaw.
Which is mad, wouldn't it? Because you'd think if you were Wolves, you'd target the side where the centre half's not played for over 2 years and the right back's out of form.
But yeah, he said, like I said before, Sancho was the one who was marking the man, wasn't it? When he fell
done
over,
well
the
there.
man fell over. It's Sancho that's with him.
And another corner.
Shaw played well against.
It's just better on United
Burnley.
conceding 10 corners a game
Yeah,
every
it's
week.
ridiculous.
You
how
were
many
mint
corners.
against
Do you know
Burnley.
why
It was
we
like
concede-
Shaw of last year.
Yeah.
And what's this now? Can't string a pass together, can't defend. His awareness is all over the place.
I know.
None of them can pass the bleeding thing.
Corner to Wolves. They've won the header.
See, I
Straight
thought,
through
at
to
camera
De Gea.
angle, I thought it were going straight to the centre half then.
Good to hear, look.
And it's slow.
De Gea screaming.
Look, let's just
For an
jog. Let's
outlet.
all just jog. De Gea's got the ball. He wants to counter-attack, but we'll just jog instead, I think.
Wonder who Bruno's coming on
Ronaldo's
for.
He's got some space there.
Any word on that?
Matic, sorry. Ronaldo's on here. And again, the pass is
Ball's
poor.
overcut.
It's a difficult pass, but it's
Well done.
Well done, Aaron.
Well done,
Well done,
Wan-Bissaka.
Aaron.
Well done.
Good work rate there from Wan-Bissaka. Shocking ball. Well, not shocking. It's a tough ball, but that's the
should
thing
be doing
because
better
the
there,
easy
though.
pass has been so bad. I'm sat here criticising what is a difficult pass there for Matic, but it's just like you expect every pass to be bad, so you can't get over it when each one is missed. Bruno coming on for someone.
Do a goal.
I would probably guess Sancho or Cavani.
Do a goal.
It's
Greenwood.
That's surprising. I thought he'd been our
Called
best
it.
player. Second
Can't
half.
believe that. That's ridiculous.
I think
That's ridiculous.
he's another one that's just been loose on the ball though as well. Just like that pass through.
He shouldn't be coming off. I'm sorry.
He's actually been building the play.
He shouldn't be coming off.
Yeah, I don't know. But again, maybe that's a bit of they moved him more inside and they want Green. You know, Bruno maybe does that job a bit better.
Maybe
Making things.
No,
up.
I think they've done a silly thing there. Mason Greenwood's probably been the most attacking outlet at the front four. Moving,
Bruno
showing a bit
needs
of
to-
grit to get the ball back, and he's took him off because he's chancing that Cavani and Ronaldo will
But
win
you
the
don't
game.
know. I think Greenwood's come off a lot after about an hour, 70 minutes, and
he has done, but in them games he's been pants. He's not showed anything. He's not been running the ball. He's not been attacking. But in this game, he's been different.
Is it also a fitness thing that we don't know?
Could be.
You know, can he only do an hour? Is that, or he can only do 70 minutes? If you're going to make a sub, you may as well take the one you were always going to take off, kind of thing. You don't know. He's not necessarily always.
He's on there.
The
He's
worst player.
Behind him. Fernandes. Wan-Bissaka. Yeah. That's a poor ball.
So is this right hand side Bruno and Wan-Bissaka now? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matic.
Jesus.
Wan-Bissaka.
Test your touch, lad.
And then Bruno. Get the ball in the box.
Hung it up in the air, but
no.
Goalkeeper.
Too close again.
They're never great watches against Wolves, are they?
Horrible games.
Yeah.
And the only thing to say about this is that this has been how Wolves have played against everybody this year. Wolves have been decent and have kept everyone to 1-0, 0-0.
You can sort of see why they've got the
They've got their
second
best
best
points
defensive
per
league.
goal ratio of anyone in the league. So for every goal they score, they get more out of it than anyone else, which basically means they don't concede.
Yeah.
That's why they got the second best defence in the league.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not great viewing though, is it?
No.
You can have that.
And
but
the other problem is, that's a good ball though.
No, it's not
good enough. The other problem is a predictable almost game against Wolves, but when it's off the back of the Newcastle performance and the Norwich performance and the Burnley performance and the
Crystal
Palace
Palace
performance, it's that's why it's the problems. That's why you have to criticise it. That's why it feels like everything's terrible, because this isn't the first time. If it was a single game thing where you go, this is what Wolves do, you could maybe forgive it, but it's not. It's just another one in a line of performances as bad as this. Go on,
Get
then.
there.
You win that.
Oh, yeah.
again,
Unlucky.
there's no luck, is there? Can't even get a lucky little bounce off a second ball.
Good pressure from Jones. They've got a ball in behind now, though, where he's left the space. Goalie's got to be on that.
See, I always get a bit
Scared
nervy
with
when
the
it's
hair.
like that. Yeah, as good as he's been
Take
this
it down.
season.
Take it down. There we go.
Come on.
Go on, Aaron. Go on, Aaron.
No communication.
Makes the run and then he's surprised when he passes it to
I
him.
think that Bruno was. I think Wan-Bissaka was expecting it to be a dummy run there. To be fair, but
I know, but if you make the run,
If you make it, that's what I
I
mean. If you
know,
make the
if you
run,
make
passes it.
yeah. If you make the
So
run, bleeding, get
slow,
ready to
innit?
take the ball.
Thrown on the right hand side for United. Wan-Bissaka into Bruno. Ooh,
Just
collapses
flopped
under some
and lost the
pressure
ball.
there. Crumples. Bit better pressing though. And win that. Well done, Phil. Is that our ball? Should be.
oh dear.
I wonder what he's thinking.
Greenwood. Yeah,
Right now.
it ranks first in dribbles attempted and touches in the opposition box for United, and he's off the pitch. Again, though, like we said before, you're relying on someone to do something brilliant. You're probably keeping Ronaldo and Cavani on, aren't you? Because that's all we're doing. We're not relying on a good performance or controlling a game. We're relying on a bit of brilliance still. Semedo. No, Wolves playing it about. Bit of space, Marshall. Out to the left. They're going to get one eventually, aren't they?
Good header, Luke Shaw.
Yeah.
He's done fantastic to put Jimenez off
Is that a
there.
foul?
Even if he's not even got the header, he's done well
Is it goal kick?
to put Jimenez off there. You know, just getting right in his neck.
Yeah.
Who does it?
It's Luke Shaw's head. It's a corner, that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets it out. It does well, Luke.
Very good header.
But we have not had a cross that accurate all game, have we? Even within a head's width or a ball's width of reaching our man. Every pass we've had has comfortably gone to the goalkeeper.
Look at that.
Wolves have had 8 corners, United have had none. Not that it matters.
Because we've never scored.
We've scored the same
corners.
amount of goals as we would have done from 10 corners, so it's no problem really. But
8
conceding,
corners.
we concede 5 every game, given, no matter what.
Someone needs to sack Eric Ramsey.
It's not his fault we conceded.
It's not
is
even.
It?
Yeah, it's not just the fact that we're crap at defending them. It's the fact that we. Oh, for fuck's sake, he's done well.
We've got a goal kick out of that.
No,
Like he hit
must have been
Wan-Bissaka's
one of them.
chest.
Oh dear.
I'd love us to make a chance, wouldn't you?
Just the one.
When's the last time we made a chance?
I'd love us to play football,
Was it
Joe.
sometime
I'd
ago?
love us to play football.
Here we
The
go.
last time we made a good chance was about 30 minutes into the game against Burnley. That's the last good chance we had. And it came from Scott
Coming
McTominay
on
hitting
for
the post.
Wolves. Not
Adama
going to make it
Traore.
easier, is it?
Here he is. The big greasy bastard. Look how shiny he is! So shiny, isn't he?
They oil his
At what
They
point
oil his
are
arms.
you allowed to do that?
Yeah, it's because people grab him too much.
You can't just cover someone in oil, can you? What else can you cover him in?
I thought you'd leave that for intimate moments at least, anyway.
Jordan.
I don't know what I gained
No,
from
you
having
would.
him not covered in oil. But my
Not me
God, were his arms
specifically. I
shiny.
mean, just like in the
don't know.
general consensus of the
What?
discussion with about oil on body.
Where's that come from?
You're talking about.
Could you rub something on yourself that smelt bad so that we didn't know what to stand next
can
to?
you? Can I smear myself in shit before I play? That's what Alex is asking.
Yeah, essentially.
Hey, if you want to do that, mate.
Can I do that?
But
I don't judge.
not me, no. But could you do it and then someone would go, I don't want to mark him. He smells of shit.
Yeah, probably. Don't see why not. I'd like us
Maybe
to.
his oil smells nice, like strawberry.
Why?
Just because if it smelled like shit, no one would. They'd be like, "Oh, come on, damn, grow up, mate." But if it smells like
Oh
strawberry,
yeah,
then
because it smells like strawberry. It's not grow up, mate.
yeah, it's like, oh,
Delo looks to be warming up like he's going to come on.
Yeah. Donny warming up as well.
Yeah, that's not going to happen, is it?
No.
Can he warm
Might
up?
do.
He's done. I reckon he's done more running up and down that little bit of the
do you
touchline
reckon
than
he's
he
that
actually
frustrated
has.
though, picking up probably 6 figures a week?
Well, that's good.
What's a ball? Oh,
Bar. Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, Wan-Bissaka's going to put a cross in now.
Got to hit the target there. Got to hit the target. Wouldn't Phil?
That's a foul on Phil.
You've got to
Don't
hit the
kick
target.
Phil.
You've got to hit the target. That's like Ronaldo the other day. Those 2 chances through on goal and
He has
misses
to
the
score
target
that.
all
That's
the
an
time.
open net, though.
You just
That's
got to
not.
hit the target.
he has to score.
And your Matic, well done.
No, you just
He
got
has
hit
to
the
score that.
That's-
Sorry,
that's a
I'm sorry.
tackle.
He has to
That's
score that.
has
Simple
to.
as.
That is sitter. It's bobbling a.
It's not bobbling by the time it gets to
Not
him.
in the
Just gotta hit
slightest.
the target. And if the thing is, if he does hit the target, it's in. But you can't fucking hit the crossbar, hit it
Bruno.
over, whatever. It's the first chance
You've
we've had
not-
all game. It's got to go in.
It's all right. I got a cross now. We're great at these.
Set
And
piece,
it's Bruno
United.
taking him, yeah. Prove me wrong, yeah.
Come on,
Scored a
prove
set
us wrong.
piece.
I scored, Ronaldo!
Oh, yes! It's offside!
You twat!
Oh, fuck's sake, man!
It wasn't real. It was fake.
The first good cross we've ever done.
Mate, for God's sake.
I'm checking.
Never in an onside position.
He's never.
Oh my God, what is he doing
Just
there?
be offside the whole fucking time, man. What is he hoping for there?
See how quick he put a flag up then, no?
Yeah, 'cause
Hey?
he was offside before it was
Dickhead.
like 20 seconds before it was taken.
Oh, we just got really giddy and not scored a goal twice.
I thought it worked. I
least
thought
we're
the
making a
calling
chance.
worked then as well.
At least we made a chance.
Up
Come
for
on
it
now.
now.
See, this is
Come
what we
on.
need. Bit of confidence.
Oh well.
It's a
that
great,
great
ball
pass.
from Bruno.
Ronaldo
He's dragged it.
scuffed it.
Dragged it across
was it.
the goal. But it,
Better though.
look,
It's
last 2
better.
minutes was a lot better.
It is
We've had
It's a lot
three
better.
shots, lads.
You've had shots on goal.
Definitely better.
It's all Bruno. Don't. You dickheads.
He's quick in it. He's quick, the
good,
little
isn't he?
rat.
We've just been shown the replay of us celebrating the goal.
Yeah, sorry.
For anyone
Sorry.
who isn't looking at that screen, which is
Oh, yeah.
everyone in the world except us three.
And
Just for some
4.
context.
Goal kick to Wolves. Better from United. You can hear the
Hey.
Old Trafford's a lot louder as well now, isn't it? Finally,
Take it down,
someone's
Phil.
fucking
Oh,
woken
well.
us up a bit.
Casual Phil Jones.
But it's no wonder everyone.
The shining light of this game has been Philip
shocking.
Anthony Jones.
Yeah, he's not had as much to do second half, but he's done everything well so far.
He has. He's not put a foot wrong.
Come on, there you go. One touch pass. Too long.
Great turn, Nemanja.
No need for that, Ronaldo. Okay, no.
That's better. Bruno actually breaking lines there with his passing.
Go on, Scott, lad. Keep going.
Keep going.
Go on, McTominay!
Oh, look at
Oh.
Is that a corner?
It will be.
Yeah. He kind of
Did well there, McTominay.
He's kind of
Driving.
It's that one the follow through the watch here because he kind of catches Cody quite high up after. It's a
Can't
shot.
help it, though.
It's the
No,
shot.
it's
It's the
a
natural
shot.
movement of his left leg.
Yeah, come on then now. Cody's down. That's all right. Corner to United. We scored from the last one.
It wasn't the corner, and we haven't.
Set piece. And we did score from it. It was just offside.
All right,
Still
okay.
scored.
Fair enough.
Got you there, Anna.
Yeah.
Is that 1-1? Is that a late equaliser?
Don't feel like it.
1-0.
Corner to United. That's
Piss
a circle.
First corner.
Hey, we're on the board. We're on the board for corners.
Come on, then, let's fucking stick it in. Headed away near post,
shocked.
as per usual. And then
It's ambitious.
It's a deep ball.
Well out.
ludicrous idea from Luke Shaw. It looked like he sliced out the goalkeeper.
And he's still going to win it though. No, he's not.
Hey,
Phillips there.
Philip Anthony Jones has
Phil
just put Daniel
Jones
Podence on his
Actually
ass.
capable of
Little
passing
header.
the ball with his head.
That's one thing you
concept
can
that-
always do, Phil
Yeah,
Jones.
it's
Pass
because
the
he's
ball
not
with
been
his
in
head.
training the last 2 years when they decided to teach him when you head it, you just head it as hard as you can straight up in the air.
He's took that down well there, to be fair. Jimenez. Oh, he's
Good
done
pass as
terrific
well,
then.
Fucking hell.
Just stand him, Varane. Come on.
Traore
Just
against
stand him.
Varane.
He's shit.
I said that before.
We used that stat earlier
Yeah.
on.
Come on, lads. Thought you were
That's
pros
the
behind
stat.
there.
For anyone who missed it, Wolves haven't conceded and United haven't scored from a set piece all season. It's a match made in heaven, isn't it,
Yeah.
really?
And it almost was.
Rangnick pissed off. The new
Who is that baldy?
New guy's
Chris
got 2
Armas.
headphones in.
It's a bit rude, that, isn't
It's
it?
an upgrade on Carrick's 1 headphone.
All right.
Twice the stat.
Is Fletcher there today? He's been
Yeah, it is, yeah.
bleeding
No,
about.
there was
People
a
are going to be blaming him for the reason why we're shit soon.
Yeah.
We need to get rid of him. Dead wood.
dead running squad.
It's his fault. What's he won?
Mike Phelan's the best one. Have you seen the picture of him just sliding against it?
He's like this, he's like this, he's like that.
He won't notice me if I'm stood here. Stay really still. What are you doing, Mike? Don't worry about it.
Just analysing.
Yeah, but no
Hold
one
on.
listens to you. Yeah, don't worry. I'm
Hold
still
on.
analysing.
There you go. Bruno's on. Who was that to? He's so lucky that was blocked
Yeah.
for a throw-in. Because that was just going straight to the fucking goal.
And it was
otherwise,
blocked
wasn't
by
it?
the smallest man in
Wan-Bissaka
existence at Old
just
Trafford.
chipping the ball up to no one. There you go, on again.
Has there ever been a smaller player represented at Old Trafford than Daniel Podence?
How big is it?
He's like 5'2", 5'3".
Angel Gomez.
Close.
But look how
Juan
tiny
Mata.
he is.
He is tiny.
No, he's tiny than Juan Mata, 100%.
Maybe we're just really
Jones.
tall.
No, but like, even compare him to Moutinho there.
Yeah, he is tiny.
He's
Fernandez.
got pins
Good
for
pass,
legs.
that. It's a really good pass.
Go on.
Take him on now.
1v1 now,
That's him.
Sancho. Go past him, either way.
Shit.
He had two.
Oh,
Traore can
balls.
go.
Come on, Varane.
Traore can motor.
Oh, it's such a
is-
foul.
Took a bucket
Did he
there.
get the ball? No, he didn't. Did the
Nowhere near the ball.
Hey,
See, but he didn't have to make that foul
He
there
did.
because
He
he didn't.
did.
Because Varane was literally right next to him. He didn't have to make that foul. That's inexperience from some
gonna
guy
come
who's
up-
played the game for bleeding.
It's
Look,
gonna-
look, he doesn't need a foul in there. That's ridiculous.
It's just before he gets into the box.
And he's put
foul.
Ruben
It is.
Neves.
You don't want
Neves.
to be 1-on-1 against him, do you?
I know, but
So what would you rather have? A free kick from 20 yards out
And
that
a
goes
booking.
in one every 30 times, or
Ruben Neves,
Traore
you never know.
1-on-one with Varane
I'm just glad that
inside
didn't
our
come up.
18-yard box?
But he wasn't 1v1 though, was he? Because he
Of
had
course he was.
Matic right next to him. He literally caught him up because he.
No, he was making that tackle from behind Traore. If he don't make that tackle, he's 1v1
Yeah, but then
with Varane.
Traore stops to take on Varane, and it's 2v1. Hindsight.
He might score because he's good. They're both good, but he's right across his goal, isn't he, De Gea?
Yeah, devil like that.
Free kick to Wolves, 20 yards out.
Well left.
Oh my god.
Crossbar and over. But somehow relatively comfortable.
He had the angle of it, didn't he?
I think his hand was underneath it, wasn't it? Yeah. I think if that's going in, he gets it. Nah, it's
Yeah,
top
he
end
is,
of the
he is
crossbar.
kind of comfortable with it, isn't
He
he?
is. He knows he leaves it. He's right there as well. His hand's there, and it's top of the crossbar.
Yeah.
Yeah, good goalkeeping.
Marcus Rashford. Forgot about him.
Who's he come on for?
Jaden Sancho.
Atirek says, Joe, it took Bruno 2 minutes to prove why he's a starter. Donny always needs more time for some reason. Bruno, at least he's made a few accurate passes,
Made a difference.
which he hasn't been doing himself in the last few weeks. I'm not acting as though he always does that, but he's come on and actually been able to find people's feet.
Head it.
Goalkeeper.
Oh,
That's all right. Does all right there, Varane. Gets the height on it, so there's
Yeah,
enough time
yeah,
for
yeah.
De Gea to get under it.
yeah, okay.
That's that Champions League
Felt
experience.
scary, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not sure that was his plan, but okay.
That's a great
Great
foul.
distribution. He's looking for Rashford. It's a
No, I was
Cam
across.
chirping up from behind there, like Chelsea that dropped 30 points in the last 6 weeks. Well done.
well done.
Bruno, Varane.
Just calm down.
I can't see us making a fucking chance again now. We had a good few minutes, but no, we're
The last
just
few chances have just been cross it.
yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah. There's another version of that.
Oh, hello.
Look, cross it, see what happens. Just playing through balls from
Direct
40 yards out. It's very direct.
Sports direct football. What a rubbish.
Yeah. And we're big mugs for watching it, aren't we?
Me.
There we go, that's cheers, thank you.
Puns for days.
Oh, I get it, because they sell big mugs
Sell
in
them
there,
big.
don't
You've
they?
ruined it now.
You've ruined it.
It's Joe's finest hour there.
Go on then now, push up, push up.
Up.
Win that, well done, Varane. Right, Matic is unmarked there. Why are you
just
trying to
dis-
flick it around the corner to someone who's got Ruben Neves on him? And we're giving the ball away, unsurprisingly. Just the fucking... Why don't you just tap it down to Matic?
Oh,
How did Luke Shaw end up on the deck then?
because he left
He
it.
did his best to let Jimenez get the ball, that's how. And then he had to...
I think even Jimenez was surprised. Oh, he's
struggle
not
for
going to
last
stop me
second,
here.
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing. He stops
Just-
running, doesn't
It
he?
should be a corner.
He just fell.
No,
Yeah,
he does kick Luke Shaw's leg. That is a foul.
Yeah, but it's not a goal kick.
What's he given? A goal kick?
Goal kick.
Should be a foul. He swings his leg through, doesn't get the ball, and kicks Luke Shaw. But yeah, it's not a goal kick. Luke Shaw knocks it out. Well done, Ronnie. Go on then. Win this, win this, win this. Well done, Phil.
Well done, Phil. And we give it away.
Oh, and he's
Ping
trapped
pong
it
now,
as
innit?
well.
Ping ponging around.
Out to him.
Neves. Semedo. Traore.
Rashford was a bit slow then.
Can't see. No.
And oof.
Bit of
And it's not even gone that
time,
far,
man.
has it?
Bit of composure there from. Why not?
Just booting it in the air. Just fucking... We're just playing
Neves,
tired, scared
Up you
football.
get.
Well done, David. Come on then now. Where are we going? Where are we going? Keep the ball. Well done. And again, inside.
Find the man. Thank you, for God's sake.
That's a bit better. Actually kept it. Another considered ball to feet.
Who's he going to cross it to?
Cavani.
Tomine swinging
Great
a
touch.
miss.
It's a fantastic touch.
He's done well.
It's a great
He's
touch.
sold
Out
them
wide
all
now.
there.
Side.
Back on side.
Why is Ronaldo out there again? Oh, hello.
Ball in the box. Punched away by the goalie.
Oh, bollocks.
Mate, Phil Jones again. Get in there.
Well,
Overlap,
actually
Luke.
overlapping. Rashford cuts inside.
Fine
Play
feet
it,
now.
play it,
Fine
play it,
feet
play
now.
it!
What
Sure.
was he trying there?
Shaw wasn't out on the left, was he? Like he
Yeah,
thought
but
he was gonna
anybody
be.
else but the Wolves player.
Yeah.
For
Wolves
fuck's sake.
counter-attacking. Pedence.
You won't get past Varane.
Cuts inside. Yeah, you're not going to get him
Get
like that, mate.
up. That's a foul.
Told you.
Well done,
Yeah,
Varane.
he's done well there, Varane.
Told you won't get past him.
He's done well because I thought he'd bought that a little bit.
Well done, Rafa.
Yeah. Does well. Just puts a bit of a hand
No,
out.
get out of the
Stops
way.
him. Stupid going down there. Although he might as well go down because he's not getting the ball to the side of him.
Yeah.
So go down. If you
Try
get a
to
penalty,
dupe the
fair
ref
enough. If
there.
you don't, nothing happens anyway. Sub for Wolves. Is that Neto coming on?
No.
It's Fabio Silva.
Fabio Silva. Coming
I know
on.
that because I signed him on my career
For-
mode last year.
Raul Jimenez.
He's very good.
10 minutes
In about
left.
8 years after.
Jimenez getting booed for walking off. Hurry up.
How many 0-0 draws have they had this year?
I don't know. Got a
Wolves?
bit of fear in it.
Yeah.
So,
Go on, Joe. Give us the count.
since when did the season start? 7th of August.
Yep.
No, 14th of August.
Maybe.
They've had not that many. 1 against Norwich, 2 against Burnley, 3 against Chelsea, and then this one. It's a good ball, isn't it? Traore 1-on-1 with Luke Shaw. Gets past him easy, crosses the ball in easy. Shot for Wolves, edge of the box, and it's
Goal.
in. There you go. Asking for it.
Oh,
Just asking for it. Luke Shaw just nowhere near Traore. And the same thing like we said the whole of the first half, we don't win second balls.
Oh, we're shit.
You can't say that you shot at it because
No.
it's the same
exact thing
mistakes.
has
It's the
happened
same
over and
thing.
over again.
It's the same thing that's happened all
We've been
game,
giving him
except
free
this time
shots
we've been
from
punished for
18
it.
yards out. Free shots from 18 yards out. Shocking header. No width on it whatsoever. Just straight out to the 18-yard box. No one's on him because why would you put anyone on him? Same thing that happened over and over again. Good goal, but fucking easy, innit?
3 minutes on
Absolutely
his
easy.
legs as he's like stretching as well to stop that. How many times do you see that?
Yeah. Right in the corner.
This is now looking like the game where we're going to be punished for playing crap. Because we haven't been in the past 5 or 6 where questions have been asked in pretty much every game and nothing's happened.
Could still score
I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what he
That's
can
right,
do.
it
To be
could-
honest.
it could.
I don't
Could,
get
but I
it.
just don't see.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Definitely don't see us getting 2.
No, we've had 2 chances all game. I can't see us having another 2 in the next 6 minutes. We might get 1 if we're lucky. They might sit back a bit, put a few crosses in the box, but not with passing like that. We just can't fucking pass, can we? We can't pass. I've never seen a team like as good as we're meant to be not be able to pass before. I've never seen this happen to anyone. You know, for the last 6 months, haven't been able to fucking string 3 passes together. How is that possible? No matter who plays, Fred in and out, Rashford in and out, Bruno in and out. Alanga's coming on now. But no matter who plays, we can't fucking pass. Wan-Bissaka coming off for
Free
Elanga.
back now. Jones, Ferran and Luke Shaw tucked in the centre half, guaranteed.
Or it'll be
Matic.
Yeah.
Looks like he's staying on the left there though. Elanga.
Yeah. Varane.
Marcus on right wing back. Some sort of.
I've just said that.
Yeah.
Rashford out on the right. We're just not good enough, are we? They were. I don't think Wolves have done much second half, but we just can't create anything. It's a foul.
It's a yellow
luckily.
card, surely.
Mike C, member for 40 months, says it's simple. This team is a joke. Something needs to change, doesn't it? I don't know what it is. Just the performances don't get any better. No matter who's instructing them, who's putting them on the pitch, it's just the same every week. Fucking lazy, boring, shit football by players who can't make a 10-yard pass. Ridiculous. Isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't. It's just. He's going to be offside there, isn't he? Go on then, find a pass. Nope, that's not a pass, is it? That's behind him, that's to their player.
Just stand him, Rafa, just stand him.
He's
Dived
not.
in.
Didn't stand him.
And he's decided to fucking not cross it either. Right, you got some time there, find a pass. Find a pass.
There's nothing.
Or just give it away and take fucking ages on it!
Nothing on in the slightest. But
He had
Boot it
7
then.
seconds to pass the ball.
Don't matter whether there's anything on. You can't give the ball away 20 yards out just because there's no pass. Kick it out if you have to and scream at everyone. Fucking hell. Wolves look more likely to score again than we do. There you go. Look, 1-on-1. Podence and Jones now in the box. Well done,
Phil Jones.
But how many times have we had a position like that where one of our players is 1-on-1 with a centre back? Has it happened once this game? He's offside, and that's a fucking awful ball again. I can't believe how bad we are at passing. He's hit that twice as hard as he needs to. It's a fucking 15-yard
Shy,
pass, and
innit?
he's blasting
Is
it
that,
to the goalkeeper.
is that hard, honestly?
No, it's not.
Is that hard?
Shouldn't be.
It happens. It's happened about 50 times this game. Overhit passes, underhit passes. It's behind him. It's in front of him. It's just up in the air when you could play it along the floor. Ronaldo's got no man within 15 yards of him, and the pass goes to the goalkeeper.
There's a foul.
I can't
I'd
even
love
believe
to see
it.
the stat about how many times we've lost possession this game.
It's got to be almost as much as the Newcastle game. Mossad with a super chat says, "Wonder who our fans will decide to scapegoat today. No Ollie to blame, no Maguire to blame."
Yeah.
I don't know. Subs for Wolves. Is it Podence coming off? The thing is, people having to go at Rashford, and fair enough, that was a terrible pass from Rashford. But they're all doing it.
Yeah.
We've been talking about that for 70 minutes before Rashford was even on the pitch.
Cavani's done it.
What's
Ronaldo's done
going
it.
on?
Sancho's done it. All the midfielders have done it.
Is it the movement off the ball? Is that the problem?
Yeah, but you can't.
I don't know, but I
don't
can't
know,
explain
it's
it. I've
everything.
never seen a team with as many
Everything.
talented players as this unable to pass the ball. I thought it was a Fred issue, to be honest. But he
not.
leaves. He hasn't played for 2 games, and we still do it. Maybe not quite as
But
bad.
I think we've done it more, to be honest.
In the last game against Burnley, it wasn't quite as bad. Tonight, it's been as bad as I can remember. Just 10-yard passes over and over again, not making it to the man. Well done, Rashford. DB Cooper, this is a mentality problem. It must be. Because no matter the personnel, no matter the manager, no matter the formation, no matter who's dropped, who's being told off, who's scoring, this happens every week. Yeah. And it's happened for 6 months.
It's mad, that, innit? How is...
It has to be a
You
mentality.
have, you have to question that.
Explanation.
You have to question that. But the players who are in this squad, the ones especially you've brought in the summer, are winners, and you've brought them in specifically to aid that mentality.
Maybe it's a confidence thing. Like, obviously that is mentality. But maybe it's an attitude plus confidence. Because these passes are the sorts of passes that I would be annoyed at not making. And I'm shit at football. These, Marcus Rashford there, we know Marcus Rashford can make that pass. And yet, consistently, for the last 6 months, everyone in this squad has struggled to make passes like that. Matic is passing the ball up in the air behind his own face now. And that'll be a foul, or not.
No.
Bloody hell.
Oh, he's given it late.
He gives it late.
He hasn't given it.
Why has he done that for? Honestly.
He might
He's
not even
sat
get
and
another
thought
shot
about
here.
it for too long. If it's a foul, he'll give it immediately. If it's a shoulder barge, because I'm sure they're pretty obvious, aren't they? Oh, fuck me, this is a disaster. Absolute disaster.
It's one of them. You get that Bruno goal and it's a different game kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole... I mean, there's...
You can't miss chances.
You can't miss chances like that. Wolves aren't a bad team. Wolves have done all right this season. They've done what, they don't score a lot of goals, but they don't concede a lot.
Yeah, the Wolves does.
You have to take the one chance you get that's clear, and we didn't do that at the bar.
I bet he's fucking fuming, Rangnick. I bet he's so pissed off. Because this team resembles nothing of what you've seen from his other teams.
His team resembles nothing of anything that we've done in the last few years.
The team doesn't resemble anything of a team. The meaning of a word, a team. No cohesion, no communication, no ability
5 minutes, get a goal.
to string anything together. It's easy playing teams who are down bad as they are, but Wolves aren't exactly a massive threat in the Premier League.
No.
They're just a well-oiled team under a new manager who are playing with an objective every time. Keep it tight, don't concede, and try and nick something.
Well then, Marcus, and again, win that. Was that a corner? Throw in?
Corner, I think. No, it's a throw-in.
Tomine. Bruno not doing anything there, just letting it go through to their player. Traore's just going to go in the corner and waste time here, isn't he? Throw in. Goal kick to United.
3.5 minutes.
Can
we get
to nick a point
at least
against Wolves at home?
I take it.
We should take it right now.
Fucking take it. No question about that. Well then, pass the ball forward. Bruno,
Don't just spam it in. Take your time. No.
That's better. A bit of energy, winning the second ball for once. And then just a shit cross. And we're lucky to get a corner there.
Yeah, he should just let that
Because that's
out.
a lazy cross to no one. We don't know what's behind him, so he heads it out. Corner to United. Not that that means anything in terms of a
You
goal
never
threat,
know.
does it?
They could edit in.
True. Go on then. Beat the first man, he has done. That's better. Matic wins the header.
Oh!
And then no one follows up on the second ball. Oh, fuck off, you knobhead. The ball... did something touch the back of your hand? You know. Look at that. Just the merest of flicks on the back of his hand. He's got his arm up like he needs subbing off. Fucking dickhead.
They have to laugh.
So stupid, though.
It is.
Cadence man of the match. Book him then, ref. Come on, book him. He's been booked, the goalkeeper. Win that. No, win that. No. Win that. Yeah, well done. Lost it. Cool. I don't think we're going to fucking have a shot, let alone a goal. Minute and a half to go, 90 seconds. Oof it. Oof it.
Put Phil Jones up front.
Boot it up. Can Ronaldo win the header? Yeah.
Oh dear.
It's like we're in a fucking cup semi-final, this, isn't it? We're playing like it's like last 3 minutes of a knockout competition. No control, no anything, just boot the ball up. Lazy crosses. There's another one, look.
He's literally
the
just
fuck
tried
are you
to
doing?
fucking
He's
toe
never
bung
looked
it.
up.
What the fuck are you
He's
doing?
not even looked up for that.
Fucking toe poking it at the box from 30 yards out. Does it get more lazy and thick than that?
Oh, I didn't see Varane then. I just thought Traore running through.
What the fuck is going on there?
But we just left it and gone.
You're 40 yards out and just toe poke it at the box. No one's in a position to do anything. Look, and again, we're playing 4-1-6 at the minute, 4-1-5. There you go. Pull it back. Corner. 30 seconds to go. Let's see if we can not react to this second ball again.
Come on, United.
I'm going to see De Gea come forward. Don't fucking come forward, please.
I'd rather see him come forward.
Fucking
Because we'd lose a bloody game anyway.
See, how come they've got a man on the box having a shot every time, and we've got no one on the edge of the box?
My question is...
Well done, Phil.
That's a free
Oh
kick.
my God, ref, that's a booking, ref!
Well done, Phil Jones, for getting kicked in the head.
Putting his fucking head on the line. Whatever you want to say about Phil Jones, he's always been up for doing that.
Yeah.
Good lad, and he gets kicked in the fucking head as well. Well done.
Now here's the question: who's taking this?
Bruno.
Fuck
Don't
Ronaldo
fuck off Ronaldo and his
You know
free
he's
kicks.
definitely going to be stood over it.
I
And
don't
we're telling
care.
Bruno to fuck off.
Well done,
Yep,
Phil.
there he is.
He's been all right today, Phil Jones.
He's been,
He's
you know
He's
what?
been
That's not
United's
been the
best
con-
player,
that's not been
and
the
it's not even a
conversation
joke.
today in
He's
the
been
slightest.
United's best player, and he's not even a joke.
He's up there. I don't know if it's been better. He hasn't had much to do in the second half. Come on, it's got to be Bruno. Ronaldo doesn't score free kicks.
He's not Ronaldo.
No. So what we're saying, just over the bar,
I don't know.
straight at the wall.
The last kick of the game.
Last kick of the game, got to score. Get your
Oh,
phones
look
out.
at all of these lot now.
Fucking phone down.
Ronaldo's going, actually, let me have it, it'd be funny. Go on, Bruno. Last kick of the game. What can you do, lad? That wall looks big.
Oh, what a save. What a save, Jose Sarr. What a save.
Full time, 1-0. Manchester United have lost. I mean, it was a good save, but he went the goalie's side and he saved it easy. First loss under Ralph Rangnick. First game of 2022, we've lost it. We'll be back for the review in a few minutes. Click the link in the comments. We'll see you there.